What is up, Xbox brethren? We are back with another Xbox Alpha podcast, and with my man here, DJ Tuckmaster, part of one of the Alpha panel, is here to rock out with me. We did send out links to everybody else, like T Reaper, Unlimited Productions, and our brother Hebot, if he can make it. Killer Shavin 82, what's up, man? Killer Shavin and Smitty Smith in the house on deck. Salute to you, brothers. We're gonna chomp up some game today. We're going to bring up some stuff that Tuck just brought to my attention about the UK complaining about the acquisition of Blizzard and Activision, man. He just brought this news to me. I didn't know about it. I've been working all week. You know what I mean? So I didn't know this was going on. But I guess they're trying to stall Microsoft, buying, Activision and Blizzard, man. But I don't think that's going to stop them. It might slow them down, but I don't believe it's going to stop them, man. You know what I mean? So just another roadblock that they need to knock down. You know what I'm saying? So on that note, man, I'm going to introduce my brother, DJ Tuckmaster. Welcome to the show, man, and tell everybody where they can find you.
Hello, everybody. This is your boy DJ Tuckmaster. You can find me. I got my own podcast called The Lions Den. It's called the Xbox Lions Den.
Yes.
You can catch me on that. You can catch me on Facebook, Instagram. Of course, with the greatest panel that we have with Sega Man and E-Rock and Outer Zinc and Unlimited Production and Hebot and Mr. 100 and Flip Strip Money and Bach and all of them boys. So, let's get the show to rolling, man. Let's go.
All right, man. Big shouts out to the chat, man. It's a little late to be doing the Xbox Alpha podcast, but your brother Sega Man's busy with family duties, things I got to do. But at least we're here. Man. It's really great to have everybody in the building, man. More people probably come piling on in later. You know what I mean? We're just gonna chop up some game. You know what I mean? Out here in these Xbox gaming streets. So, with no further ado, let's get into it. Tuck, man. What's going on, man? With the podcast yesterday, you had a great podcast yesterday with our brother Unlimited Productions, man. What's been going on, man? So what's the big deal? What's the really big deal going on today about the UK, man? Like with the Activision Blizzard deal, man. What's the complaints, man?
The complaints is that they thinking that Microsoft is trying to is going to hurt like some of the gaming media and all that stuff. And like they many think they're going to hurt Sony, and they already come out and said that they're not going to turn around and take the game off Sony. They already said that already. So with that being said, I don't know what the heck is going on with UK, but I know the UK got a big cahoots with Sony. The reason why I do not know, but I mean I know they for some reason doing this thing with Sony and it don't make no doggone sense.
Yeah,
I think they're just trying to stall because I think Sony is paying the government, and I really do think that I think they're paying the government some money to turn around and try to back it up because there's no scrutiny. There's no scrutiny. How in the hell can you talk about any scrutiny? I mean, the scrutiny is that Microsoft bought them. I mean, if that's the scrutiny, I mean, come on, y'all. I mean, Sony had a chance to buy them. They didn't. They had a chance to buy them. Microsoft told Activision and Blizzard to go out and try to find anybody else who wanted them, and they didn't want them. So now here we are. We almost like it. I mean, we're not at ground zero, but the way that this thing is, they try to hang this thing up is unfair for really gaming. Period. I mean, that's going to be Sony's fault because Sony just don't. They just don't get it.
yeah.
If they lose it, it's their own fault. But but like Microsoft said, they're not going to take it off of their platform. And in a way, you know what? Like I said last night, people have options now. If they want to go out there and buy it on the PlayStation 5, fine. If they want to buy on the PS4, fine. The thing about it is, if you got the Game Pass and you don't want to buy it right off the bat, you don't have to. You can play it on your PC, your tablet, or if you got an Xbox, you can play it on your Xbox. But the only thing I don't get is that they, I don't think they be able to hold nothing up that damn long.
Yeah.
The scrutiny thing, nah, ain't no scrutiny because Microsoft already said cut them out and said that they're going to put it on there. But you know what? This is what I thought about this last night. I said, you know what? Sony is so much a desperate need, and this is just my whole thing. They are so doggone desperate need now, man, that they might try to talk to this government to turn around and tell Microsoft that they got to put on their Game Pass too. And that ain't gonna happen.
Right.
I mean, that ain't gonna happen. I mean, that's just my think of it because everybody knows Sony's gonna be losing a whole lot of money when it does come down. But whose fault is that? I mean, they're buying, they're buying like little acquisitions. I mean, I'm glad to see this one guy. I'm glad to see Ultimate. I mean, the Unlimited brought to my attention because you got some of these doggone the YouTuber channels going out and saying that Sony owns 35% of the people who made Elden Ring, and that wasn't the truth. That wasn't the truth at all. They own 14%. Tencent owns 16%.
Right.
And it adds up to 30%.
Right.
So, these people just, man, they just want Sony just to be irrelevant. I don't know what it is about that Sony box they love so much. I don't get it. I don't, but if this was the other way around, I guarantee you the UK wouldn't say nothing. Wouldn't say a doggone thing because Sony is backing them up.
Yeah, you're right. You're right. And, recently we just found out that Microsoft's, right now the Xbox was dominating over in the UK.
Yeah.
And then you have this happen. And then you have like our brother Killer Chauvin 82. A really great question here he put up here, man. He says, so Xbox is getting Call of Duty, a former multi-platform game. Probably it's a no-go, but if well-known former platforms games like Spider-Man and Wolverine are going to PlayStation exclusive is okay.
Well, yeah, I'm like that. I mean, that's okay, but like I said, whatever Microsoft do, they ain't gonna like it. So, I mean, and like you said, they kicking over there in the UK right now, but so far, I mean, Jim Ryan got to have somewhere down that knows what the UK.
No, it doesn't, Killer Chauvin. Yeah, and I'm really shocked about that because I don't know why they're doing this. I mean, in my opinion, I don't think it's going to stop it. I mean, it might get a little bit of news, a little bit of eye openers on it, but I don't believe they can stop that from happening. You know what I mean? Like you said, they're still going to get the Call of Duty. You know what I mean? The Call of Duty right now, to be honest with you, is they're making money off of a third party developer game. Activision. You know what I mean? They're not really making much money off of their own shit. I mean, as far as the multiplayer, the Call of Duty over there, you know what I mean? That's kind of their bread and butter. You know what I mean? But yeah, man, I just think they're just trying to, throw a monkey wrench into it. But I don't know, bro. I don't think that's it might slow things down a little bit, but I don't think it's gonna stop it. You know what I mean? Microsoft it's not like Microsoft is saying no more Call of Duty for them. You know what I mean? So, they're not going to invest all this money into Activision Blizzard, if it's not going to do well. They know it's going to do well over here. You know what I'm saying? So, we'll have to see, man. But for them to say something about that, I'm a little shocked about it. I know they're mostly Sony-centric. But the Xbox right now is killing it everywhere. It's doing really good in the UK. It's doing better over there than PlayStation 5 or even 5 right now. You know what I mean? So I don't know, Tuck. That's something else, man. What I mean, it just doesn't make any sense to me, man.
Well, you know what? Another thing too, Sony is afraid because let me tell you right now, and Sony might be afraid of this because they know how popular the Game Pass is right now. The Game Pass is killing it.
Yeah.
All over the place. So just think, if it comes to Xbox Game Pass, if that deal shuts down, if that deal goes through today, you know it's coming to the Xbox Game Pass. And if it comes to the Xbox Game Pass, and then you got these Sony people got to go up there and buy the game, they're gonna be salty.
Yeah,
that's how it is, man. They're gonna be salty as hell. So what they're gonna do? They're gonna say, okay, you know what? Forget all about that. We ain't gonna. I mean, they might not even buy it. They might just get the Game Pass then and then just play it. I'm just being serious. I mean, this is just something that I'm thinking about because of the fact that
right. Well, Killer Chauvin, he's really really on fire out here in the chat. Shout out to the chat. Bringing the fireman to the podcast. He said he's saying that at PlayStation they said that none of their first party exclusive games can't compete with Call of Duty.
Well, I mean, it's just the truth.
It is the truth. Yeah. It's the absolute truth.
I mean, he's right, and that's the problem. But whose fault is that? That's Sony's fault.
Yeah,
that's not Microsoft's fault.
That's right. Because look, even their biggest game, which is the biggest game that everybody always shouts to the rooftops, which is God of War. God of War can't even hold a candle to Call of Duty. You know what I mean?
Well,
I mean, it just can't. It's a single player game, and don't get me wrong, I like single player games, but Call of Duty has a multiplayer and a single player, the new one,
right.
I believe. So, I mean, it still can't hold a candle to it. Call of Duty is a juggernaut. You know what I'm saying?
And you know what? Let's just tell the truth. PlayStation can't hang with none of the Xbox games.
Nope.
They can't. I mean, Call of Duty is just a little of the iceberg.
Yeah, you're right, Lewis. Yeah.
So if you think about it, they can't hang with Microsoft on them of their games. I mean, I'm sorry. I know these people mad at they mad at 343 right now.
Yeah.
Because of the Halo thing.
Yeah.
But Sony still can't mess with it. People still playing Halo.
That's right.
They still playing Halo. And
that's right. Everybody's done with the campaign. Well, not everybody. Most people are done with the campaign. I beat the campaign. Now it's time for the multiplayer. That's what's good about them acquiring Blizzard and Activision, the multiplayer games. And that's where Sony knows that they're going to fall to the wayside, because the only multiplayer game that people are playing over there on that system is NBA 2K, Fortnite, Call of Duty.
Call of Duty.
That's it. We have way more. We have Gears of War. We have Forza.
Oh, I forgot they got football. They got basketball.
We have Halo. Yeah, the basketball. We got Sea of Thieves.
Yeah.
We got all these games over here that people are playing constantly every day on the Xbox side. You know what I mean? So, and they have way less. They have one and dones. Like 100 always said this for a long time. They are one and done games, and they can't negate that. They're one and done games. The only games that ever last over there, like you said, and our brothers are saying in the chat, is those third-party games. You know what I mean? Like Lewis Frag just says, Sony might as well join Sega and become a third-party publisher. And he might be telling the future with that, because that might actually end up happening. That might actually end up happening, man. They could try to stop Microsoft all they want. They can try, but they're not going to stop them. Money. It's about money and business, and that's two things that go great together. You can't stop that, man. You can't stop business and money, bro. You just
got that right. You can't stop that at all.
You know what I mean? They can talk about all they want. Oh, it's not right what they're doing, and this and that and all this, but it wasn't right for Sony when they got that Call of Duty exclusive content and they didn't give it to Xbox. That wasn't right. There's nobody talking about that.
Yeah, I mean, if you want to talk, yeah. I mean, like you
What's
said.
What's up, Deploy 619? What's up, brother? Welcome to the Alpha, man. Me and Tuck chopping up game today, man. We invited the other brothers. They might be in later. We'll see. Some of them might be busy today. It's a little later on in the day doing the podcast, but one of them might pop on in. But it's me and Tuck right now on deck.
I mean, man, it's just so much going on. I mean, they didn't talk about none of this stuff when Sony was doing their dirt back in the day.
Yeah.
So I don't see, and the thing about it is, this ain't dirt. This is business.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying. Yeah.
And they ain't liking it. They ain't liking it.
Nope.
So I mean, and the thing about it is, this one thing I don't make no doggone sense to me about the whole doggone thing, and like we always said. Okay, look how many single player games they got over there on Sony's side.
Yeah.
Okay. But the thing that all they got is one and done, like Miss 100. All they got is one and dones.
Yeah.
All of us said that all they got is one and dones. But on Microsoft end, we got Gears of War multiplayer.
What's up, Poseidon? Yeah.
We got Halo multiplayer, single player. So that's what Sony and that's the reason why Sony bought Bungie. Let's get this right. They bought Bungie.
Yeah.
So and they didn't even come through with that deal good enough.
Yeah.
That deal wasn't even good enough because they don't even own them all the way. They own
nope,
part of them.
They don't.
But they don't want all of them. They still doing what they want to do. So
yeah.
I mean, and they spend so much money on that doggone and on that, and that's pitiful. So to me, they don't own nothing.
Right. And
they don't own nothing.
Right. And you know what, Tuck? Just like our brother Lewis Frag said, man, bringing that fire. He said it's not working for Sony at all, especially them being sued by the people in the UK.
Yeah.
And I live there. Oh shit, Lewis Frag, brother. What's up, man?
You live there?
Oh man, it's yeah, man, that's cool. We got a UK brother in here, man. I know you live there, man. Big shouts out to you, bro. Big shouts out to you, brother.
Why he was involved then.
That's what's up, bro. He's gonna know because he lives there. He's gonna know. You know what I mean? He's gonna know because he knows all the news over there.
So in this case, I don't even know why the government's involved.
Yeah.
I mean, they got enough on their hands over there. So
yeah.
But like I said, if Call of Duty comes on the Xbox this year, they're gonna be pissed off and they ain't gonna know what to do. So who knows? And I'm being serious. Who knows? We know how them Sony ponies are.
Yeah.
They might not even buy the game for Sony no more.
Yeah, and then our brother Deploy 619 he says like they told Microsoft needs to compete, right? So Sony needs to do the same and do better, Sony.
Yeah.
And he's right. He's definitely right about that, man. He's definitely right. Because they're competing, aren't they?
Yeah.
So,
people said that they need to compete. Now they're competing.
Right. Now that they're competing, here's the thing that's funny, brothers, Alpha brothers. Here's the thing that's funny. They're competing now, and I got to catch up with the chat, man, because they're on super fire, bro. Big shouts out to the chat. Now that they're competing, man, they're crying now. They're crying. Sony's crying now. Now, Sony, you say, hey, you want Microsoft to compete? They're competing, so now they're crying. Now they're crying foul. You know what I mean? Now they're crying foul. Well, are you gonna let us still keep Call of Duty? That's not fair what you're doing. Well, they're competing, bro. They're competing,
Well,
bro. You ask them to compete. They're buying companies, man. They're buying gaming companies to compete. So just like Louis Frack said, they need or Deploy. Was it Deploy? Yeah, Deploy 19 said they need to compete. They need to come up with their A game.
yep.
You know what I'm saying? And ADOS says if Sony or my brother Poseidon says if Sony went third party with the money they make from that cover their other businesses. I mean, they're in the whole. What's up, Rain G4 sliding through? What's up, brother? How you doing, man? On this lovely Saturday.
You know, I'm gonna put another note too. Look at this. Man, listen. I'm gonna put
to the
another
chat.
note, okay?
Yeah.
Listen here. Today, early this morning, they 65-inch Sony TV, the Bravo, they top end TV. Check it out.
Yeah.
Is already on sale for a massive 39% discount.
What's on sale for that?
Huh?
What'd you say? Repeat it.
They top of the line TV.
Right.
Is having a 39% discount.
Oh yeah?
Check it out. I just want you to check this out. Now I look at Best Buy. The regular price on this doggone thing at Best Buy. Let me see. Okay, check it out. The damn thing was like $2,449.
Yeah.
Offer. Now Amazon cut price tag is $1,078.
Yeah.
So they're taking a massive drop on their TVs. So that means that that top of the line TV is not selling with a damn.
That's what I'm talking about, Tuck, because I heard a lot of their products when it comes to electronics, they break down easy and shit. They're not any good. I mean, they can't touch Samsung.
No.
You know what I mean? They can't touch Samsung and TVs like Toshiba, LG, all these TVs out here. They just can't, man. Sony used to be good back in the day. They ain't shit now when it comes to the TV and the tech of the day. They're just not, bro. Even the lower tier TVs like Insignia, is it called Insignia? And there's a couple other ones. Is it TLC?
TLC hanging with
something.
Yeah.
But it's a cheaper TV, but it's a good TV, and they last longer. You know what I'm saying? So even their highest TVs, I don't trust their products at all. I would not buy a Sony TV. I won't buy a Sony Blu-ray or 4K player. None of that. I will not buy their stuff.
You gotta look at that. For that price, a normal price.
Let me read my brother's stuff.
That's too high.
Yeah.
That's too high for any doggone TV.
Yeah.
That's almost been out a year now.
Yeah, it's too high.
I mean, look, right now, let me see, you on eBay, they selling the damn thing for $1,529 on eBay. That's after the discount. That's after 39% discount.
Yeah.
So I'm like, okay, then let me go to Best Buy right quick. Let me go to Best Buy right quick. I'm gonna tell you this too, because Best Buy, man, it's embarrassing, man. Embarrassing. I think on Best Buy they cut it down. They got a sale on. Let me see right now. Let me get on here right now and see.
Well,
I'm talking.
While you're doing it, I'm going to read Killer Shaman, brother. You're on fire, brother, in the chat, man. Big shots out to you. My brother, Killer Shaman 82, said, I'm honest, man. If Call of Duty becomes Xbox exclusive, I fear that all those PlayStation, what does it say, Zoids, probably are coming to the Xbox side. And I don't want those people here. Yeah, and that's the thing, man. They're like sheep. You know what I'm saying? They've been touting Sony PlayStation through the rooftop since 2013, bro. And now that everything is falling and crumbling right in front of Sony's PlayStation's face, now they want to, come over to the Xbox side. I'm the same way. I mean, look, I can't stop nobody from buying an Xbox. I mean, even the Sony guys, I can't. But they're not, in my opinion, they're not welcome here. You talked all that shit. You're not being a true gamer. If you were a true PlayStation fan and you were like, wow, man, I got to look into getting the Xbox because I like games. You know what I'm saying? So I want to see if they got what's going on over there with that Ultimate Game Pass. Then that's cool. You know what I'm saying? But if you're like, these dudes are saying that Xbox sucks and Xbox is trash and Phil Spencer's an idiot, you know, you guys are Xbots or X-twats, and you know,
I don't want you.
Yeah, you know that none of your games can compete with our games and all this shit, man. Stay your ass over there. You know what I mean?
See, check it out. I just looked it up. Okay, check it out.
Yeah, Sony did get lazy.
The regular price for the television is $2,499.
Yeah.
Okay, they get on sale at Best Buy $1,799.
Yeah.
Okay, the top-notch Samsung TV is still $1,500.
Yeah.
So what makes you think that I'm gonna go out there and buy a TV for? I mean, dude, man, Sony can kiss it. I mean, I'll check out the top of the line TCL, top of the line TCL 65-inch.
Yeah,
$999, and that's top of the line.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. You got these other TVs, that are a little cheaper, and they have better, parts in it, and they last longer, bro. Sony's like Deploy 619 says, Sony got lazy.
Yeah,
they got lazy. You know what I mean? So. And then our brother Rain, what's up, Big Rain in the house? Rain G4, the real G4. That G4 on fucking YouTube sucks balls. You know what I'm saying? I don't know what's going on with G4, man. They just, man, that's another day for another story, man. But Sony got lucky because Sega Saturn and N64 went away, and PS1 was the only console on the market for a while. And he is right. He is absolutely right, man. You know what I'm saying?
Well, he also knows that the reason why they went under is because PlayStation, Sony helped that happen.
Yeah.
They have
I actually have, and no, it's funny that Rain mentions that because I actually have my Sega Saturn hooked up, playing some old school beat 'em ups. You know what I'm saying? But he's right. He's right about that, man. And then Louis Frack said, them flip floppers won't get a nice welcome. That's a fact, and that's true. They won't. They're already trying to damage control. No, yeah, man, yeah, Xbox, man. Yeah, I've always been a fan, man. I just, they try to make up all kind of shit. You know what I mean? Now they want to come crawling back that we're getting all these games, man. And Ultimate Game Pass is fucking killing the game.
Yeah, it is.
I mean, it's winning on all the crap tables, bro. It's killing the competition. And Sony knows that, bro. You know what I'm saying, Tuck? They know that.
I mean, dude, look at this, man. They talk about, man, Phil Spencer already talking about once they get the acquisition, what they're going to do.
Right.
They're going to put Call of Duty on there, and Candy Crush is going to be on there too. And oh, my Lord, you know that is going to be a killer.
Candy? Oh, man, it already is because they're trying to get that mobile market, which I believe they will. I believe they will get half of the share of that mobile market. I think they're going to get there. You know what I mean?
Right. So, man.
And that's right, Deploy. That's right. What's up, man? That is right. Game Pass is the greatest thing in gaming right now. It just is. You can go to your local fucking drugstore, pick up some NyQuil and shit for one of your kids or yourself or whatever, and there's Ultimate Game Pass right there, $15 a month. $15 a month. You can find that shit in your fucking local gas station. And it's everywhere.
And I'm gonna add what is the name? Display. I'm gonna add to that too, man. You right about that. Game Pass is the greatest thing, and plus, people gotta understand, it is saving gaming.
It is.
It is saving.
It is. And you know what, Tuck? They've been dropping some sweet. Look, and Tuck told me about this a long time ago. I got Grid. Grid Legends right now is in Game Pass. So if you haven't bought Grid Legends, you like racing games, and you want to wait for a filler racing game before our greatness awaits, the real greatness awaits over here on Xbox, the greatest racer on the planet, which is Forza Motorsport. That's a nice filler racing game to play. You know what I mean? And also, the one Tuck is playing, was it F1?
Oh, F1. Oh, hell yeah. F1's killing it, man.
So if you like racing games, guys, you can go right now and download that Grid Legends. It's a fantastic game. I'm playing it. I'm still playing it. I'm still playing the what is it? I beat the story, but now I'm playing the campaign. It's a great racing game. They did a good job. Did a good job on it. You know? There's other games in there too. There's a lot of games that have been dropping in there, dude. A lot of games been. You know, it's in there. Man, what's that game that Unlimited likes? That's in there. You know what I'm talking about, Tuck?
What game is that?
It's like it's called oh man, is it Phoenix Rising? Is that what it's called? Immortal Phoenix Rising? Is that it?
Who likes it?
Huh?
You said who likes it again?
Brother Unlimited. Is it Phoenix Immortal Rise? I think that's the name of it.
It might be that because I know E-Rock likes it. I mean, yeah, I know E-Rock likes it.
Immortal Phoenix Rising. Yes, thank you, Lewis, my brother, my UK brother. Thank you, man. I appreciate that. That's what it is, man. Or Immortal Phoenix Rising is in Game Pass, bro. It's in there. It came in there a couple days ago, and I downloaded it. Killer Chauvin says the employees at PlayStation Studios are like the little kids who bullies the strongest, and when the strangest kids smash your face, he starts to cry to the teacher, in this case, the CMAs. But it's the truth, man. They're crying, man, and Microsoft's laughing all the way to the bank. They're laughing all the way to the bank, man, because you want them to compete so bad, and we're competing. We're competing. We're like a kid in a candy store over here, bro. Ultimate Game Pass is like you're a little kid in a fucking candy store. You don't know what kind of candy you want. There's so much to choose from. There's too much to choose from. You don't even know what to do. Phil just keeps dropping these games in the Ultimate Game Pass, bro. I guarantee it'll be some in there next week.
Yeah. And I'm hearing that really tripped me out about the whole doggone thing with PlayStation. You know, they always saying that we don't have no games, but they don't play theirs. I'm going to give you a good example. Don't forget they had Hellblade.
Yeah.
They had Hellblade before you even hit Xbox. They wasn't playing it then.
Nope.
So what did Microsoft do? Decided to buy the whole damn thing.
Yep.
Because they know that they can make money off of it.
Yep. And we played it more. Huh? When the game came over, when Hellblade came over to Xbox, the Xbox guys bought and played it more.
Yeah.
They bought the game and played it more. When in Game Pass, it was getting played more. I bought the fucking game. I supported them. I bought it. I actually bought Hellblade. And I played it. So I'm waiting for the next one. Look, I can wait. I don't care. It's a great game. The next game, when we seen the trailer to that game, and I think it was a little bit of gameplay in it or whatever, that looks so goddamn good. What we seen, I can definitely wait for that game. Because I'm pretty sure it should be putting the finished touches on that game. That is going to be a showpiece for the Xbox Series S and X is Hellblade 2. I guarantee you that is going to be a graphical masterpiece, and it's going to blow God of War out of the fucking water. I guarantee you. Watch. Wait and see, man. I guarantee you. It's going to blow that fucking shit out of the water. I don't care what they say.
And what is that game that we got coming out in November? I mean, coming out a Plague's Tale?
Plague's Tale 2.
Okay, there we go again.
I got that downloaded. What's the other one? High on Life?
Check it out, Sega. Check it out, Sega, man. This is another thing. We eating it good. Okay, we eating good. It's coming to Game Pass.
Right.
Okay. Now people and the good thing about Game Pass is true. It's just the fact that if you don't have the money to buy it right then and there, you can always play it. Then later on, if you want to buy it, you can. So
Yeah.
I mean, so it's a win-win situation for me the way it goes. And I'm gonna give you another good example. This is how good the Game
Yes,
Pass
we are,
is.
Killer Shaman.
This is how good the Game Pass is going right now. Check it out. That Cook Simulator game that came out.
Yeah.
Check it out. Xbox paid them $600K to put on the Game Pass.
Damn.
$600K to put on the Game Pass. Ever since that game been on the Game Pass, that they have sold over 758,000 copies of Cook Simulator.
Yeah.
Now don't forget they're getting 22% of that.
Yeah, that's right. And that's the thing. It's a chill game. That's what I mean. If anything comes in the Game Pass, you need to get your money's worth, brothers. Anything. It doesn't matter. Anything. Even if it's a game that you say, I don't know if I'll like it or whatever, at least try it. Because if you try it,
you might love it.
Yeah, that's right. Don't knock it until you try it. You know what I mean? Try the game out and you might like it. Now, like me, I didn't think I would like Power Wash Simulator. Remember I was talking about? Now everybody and their mom's playing that game.
Right.
Everybody and their mom is playing that game. Like 100 be like, oh, they playing that shit, man. Then they start playing it. Because it's a good chill game. It is. Right. It's a chill game to detail like the cars in there and shit, the houses and stuff. It's a really chill game. You know what I'm saying? It's a laid back game. If you don't want to play Gears or you don't want to play any, multiplayer games right now, pop in that Power Wash and Simulator, bro. That shit is chill. It's a cool little game, Yeah, the brothers are on fire in the chat, man. Shout out to the 16 that are rocking out with us on the Xbox Alpha podcast, man. Killer Shaman says, we're eating good over here. That's what's up, brother.
That's right.
My brother, Deploy 619, man. He says Hellblade 2 is going to blow. Is to mind blowing facts, and it's true. I'm telling you, man, that game is going to be a showcase for the Series X and S. I'm telling you. Just wait and see, guys. I'm telling you, man. Now, brother Killer Shaman says, I wish that Ninja Theory would make a sequel to a beloved OG Xbox exclusive game.
There we go.
Kung Fu Chaos.
There we go. That's one of my favorite games. Kung Fu Chaos. I would love to see that happen.
I got that game too. I got that game still today. That was a great goddamn game. Kung Fu Chaos was a great game, man. They need to. That's why it's good, guys. If you're a collector, even if you're a small collector, you find those games somewhere cheap, get yourself an OG Xbox for about $60, $70. Play that shit, man. I think you could play it. I'm not sure if you could play it in the 360, but if you can find an old Xbox, man, where it ain't really taking much out of your pocket, buy that shit, man, and play that shit, man. It's worth playing over again. Them OG games they're great games, man. Especially Kung Fu Chaos.
Man, that was good. Especially you had to turn around and go through the movie scenes and all that shit.
Yeah.
Yeah. That would make that game, and it was hard too.
Yeah.
Easy, boy.
Yeah, man.
So and I'm
That's
gonna bring
right,
him another. I'm gonna bring him. What did somebody else say?
Well, Deploy. He's right. Phil is giving these studios time to make quality, which is true. You can't rush a game. When you rush a game, it's gonna come out broken. You know what I'm saying? When you really rush a game, it's going to come out broken. They need time to make sure the game is going to work right, bro. You know what I'm saying? One game that got ridiculed a lot, brothers in the chat and Tuck. I'll bring it up again, man. I thought it was a fantastic game and I beat it. And that was, what was it? The game they ridiculed so much. I actually bought it physical when it first came out. Now I can't. Now I had it on my mind. Now I can't tell you guys what it is. Damn it! But it got ridiculed so. Oh yeah, Crackdown 3. Crackdown 3 got ridiculed so bad. The art style of the next gen Crackdown was a fantastic goddamn game, man. People made in front of that game so bad. You know what I mean? It was a great game. I like all the Crackdown series. Now 2, 2 was a little okay. 1 was like the best. You know what I mean? But Crackdown 3 was pretty good. It was a good game. So the multiplayer wasn't as it didn't stand up to what it was supposed to be. I can understand that. That's cool. But that doesn't mean that the campaign wasn't good. It was a good game. You know? So what else is going on, Tuck, out here, man? What's up, Sega Forever? What's up, brother?
Oh man, we
glad to see you in here, man.
I mean, we can sit here and talk. I mean, you know, I did a podcast on this the other day talking about that Last of Us bullshit.
Oh man, what's going on now? What are they saying now?
They talking about how the game was perfectly remastered. It's a brilliant, it's a piece of genius and all that stuff. And the first thing I told people is this: I said, listen, I don't give a care. That game has been ranked for how long?
Yeah.
This is the third iteration, and it still got a 90, 91 and all that stuff. Okay. So what makes you think that I'm going to buy a game just for the beauty of it?
Isn't that crazy, man?
And
Isn't that crazy, man? They make these games over and over and over again. They get these scores like that. I mean, that's just sickening, bro.
Right.
I don't understand it, man. I don't. And they buy it. They actually buy the shit over and over, bro. I've never understand that, man.
But like I said, I told people like this: that Sony people, what they need to do is get on Sony's behind and don't buy it. Don't buy it. Tell them to put on their Game Pass, and that's that. And that's that. And that game deserves to be on your Game Pass. That game do not deserve to even be bought for $70. Yeah. I would never buy that game for $70. But yet again, they always talk about what Microsoft do, what they don't do. Okay, they came out with Master Chief, all of them, every single one of them. If we had to pay for them,
yeah,
and if we did, it was very, very little money.
Well, you know what, Tuck? People, you know, like this, like the gaming, like out here in the gaming streets and the gaming media, like you got, you know, what is it, Tech Radar or whatever. They're saying shit like Call of Duty on the Game Pass isn't necessarily a win for gamers.
Shit.
Why isn't it?
They crazy.
You know what I'm saying? Why isn't it a win for gamers?
That's clickbait material right there.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. They say all this dumb shit saying that it isn't necessarily a win for gamers. Why isn't it? That doesn't make any. You know what I'm saying, dude?
Because now I'm the beloved is now because now I'm beloved on the beloved PlayStation. I guess I don't know, man.
Deploy 619. Let me tell you something. I played Quantum Break and beat it. It's a fantastic game. They ridiculed that too. He said, I never played Quantum Break last generation. Now I'm playing it in Game Pass with free upgrades because of Microsoft and the console. That's what I'm saying. Look, I bought that game when it first came out. I thought it was a fantastic game, and they tried to ridicule it so bad. You know what I mean? They tried to ridicule that game. It was a good goddamn game. Actually, I'm thinking about going back and replaying it over again because it was a fantastic game, dude. It was a fantastic. It followed the TV series too. You can download. You probably have this Deploy 619. You can actually put the story mode from, I guess, the TV season in the game. Now it's a bigger download, and that's how I downloaded it. I thought it was pretty goddamn good the way they did that. That was awesome. You know, Sega Forever. Loved how Terry Crews clapped back at the ponies. Yeah, man. It was a great game for little bros. What's up? Flip the script, flip money in the building. What's up, brother? What's up with baby Cody, man? What's going on with you, bro? Oh, that's cool. That's cool, man. No problem. Sega forever, man. Yeah, we're gonna have to get a podcast together too, brother. That's in the works, bro. You know what I mean? We know how your schedule is over there, but thanks for coming and rocking out with us as always. And go check out the All In channel. My brother Sega Forever, my Hawaiian brother. He does great content on there, bro. He does, you know what I mean? Spitting the facts about, you know, the ridicule that's going on here in the, you know, out here in the Xbox gaming streets, bro. He's always out there on front line and front center. Defending our brand, which is the Xbox brand, the best brand to play games on. You know what I mean? Deploy 19, buying the same game over and over. That's what I'm talking about, bro. That's what Tuck's talking about. I don't understand how that. Look, if Gears of War, listen, if Gears is my favorite shooter of all time, I play it every day, at least once or twice a day. It's an addiction. I can't stop playing Gears. It's an addiction. If they were to keep remaking Gears 5 over and over and over again, I'm not going to buy that shit. You know what I'm saying? I'm not going to buy it if they keep making it over and over again. That just doesn't make any sense. That doesn't make any sense, man. You know what I mean? To keep buying this shit. Oh, we added better textures, so we'll charge you another $70. Man, get the hell out of here. Shit, I'll give you $2.
Yeah,
$70. Get the hell out of here.
Yeah, I mean, you can buy the damn game on the PS4 for $30. Shit.
Right. You go to some places and buy that game for fucking, it'll be in the damn bargain bin. You know, the regular game, playing the regular game is fine. You don't need to buy the game over and over and over. That's because Sony's hurting for money. That's why they're making you buy them shits over and over again. Because they're hurting for money. That's the only reason why they're doing it. And some of these dickheads go out here and buy the shit. I'm sorry. You're a dickhead if you keep buying the same game over and over and over again. You know? Oh, shit. Oh, man. I think the version that I just bought, the new version, I think a couple parts wasn't in the last one I bought. It's like a crack dude looking on the ground for crack because he dropped the piece. You know how they look in the carpet? They see everything that's white. You know what I mean? They think it's a rock and shit. Oh, I think I dropped a piece. Oh shit. Oh man, let me smoke this. And they're smoking like a piece of a peppermint candy or some fucking carpet cleaner or some shit. You know what I mean? Or something that's on the floor. You know what I mean? That's how they are. They act like crack dope fiends. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? When it comes to rebuying these games over and over and over again. Fuck that, man.
I'm just hoping, praying that some are gonna buy it, but I'm just hoping that praying that they don't buy it. I mean, you know, that it just
man, look, the elite will buy it. The elite will buy it, Tuck, but these dudes that talk shit about how their games are great, they don't even buy those fucking games, bro. They don't even buy them. They don't buy none of those games.
Yeah.
If they do, they're dirt cheap, like, I don't know, $5, because that's probably all they can afford. Then they might buy it then. You know what I mean? It's not a win for ponies. They will pay $70. We get it day one, Game Pass. Facts, Brain. Facts. That's the truth.
Facts. And that's the reason I'm always saying these ponies, they don't need to be getting on Microsoft. They need to be getting on Sony because they paying $70 for a game. And let me ask y'all this, fellas. Now, Gran Turismo 7 been out for how long? How long has that been out?
Gran Turismo
5 months?
7? Is it about that? I
Would
think
it be about 7 months.
I don't even know. Motherfuckers don't even talk about the game anymore. I don't know.
So let me ask you this: does that deserve to be on Sony's Game Pass? They ain't talking about it. Okay.
Hey, is it on there? It's not on there, is it?
No, it's not on there.
How the fuck is that? They should. You can't even put that game on there, bro. Man, that game did so bad, dude. You can't put that game on there, man. That game can't even hold a candle to Forza Horizon 5.
They didn't put that game on there, and they haven't put Horizon Wild of the West on there.
Horizon Zero Yawn? That's not on there?
I'm like, come on, y'all. I mean, this game's been out for 7 months. So and this one thing I don't like what Sony does. You know that what they did with the Wild of Us, they put their some gun in a bundle and they gonna count that as sales. And they can't do that no more because everybody's on what they're doing now.
Well, hey, brothers in the chat, it's September. Gonna be October soon. The holidays is coming, and I guarantee you Microsoft is going to crush everything for the holidays. Watch. It's going to be a good Christmas for Xbox fans, brother. I'm telling you. Watch.
Well, I tell you right now.
I'm telling you, watch.
I tell you right now, Sega man. I tell you right now, if Microsoft this holiday season go over there and lower the Xbox X and the Xbox Series S.
Oh, it's
down by $25 or $50.
Curtains, bro. I'm telling you,
it's over.
I'm telling you, watch. They're gonna. I guarantee you, Tuck. I don't know what kind of deal they're going to do, but I guarantee you they're going to knock it down. The Series S is going down for the holidays. I'm telling you. Watch. Those are going to fly off the shelf. Now, I went into Walmart the other day. I was looking for something, and I went to the gaming part, and I seen two Series S's locked up. And it looked like they had like maybe, I don't know, 10 or 15 there that can fit in the slot. You know what I mean? There was two left. So the Series S is selling. If they knock that down, you're not going to be able to find one for the holidays. Watch. If they knock that down, you won't be able. I guarantee you might not be able to get one, man. Because if they knock that price down, they're going to fly off the shelves quick, very quick. I guarantee you. Watch. It's already a good entry price right now. I can go out and buy one right now if I want to, but I don't want to. I can go out and buy one right now if I want to. My son got two. You know what I'm saying? I was thinking about just buying one of my sons and then just keeping it up. You know what I mean? I might do that. You know, he got I seen how he got a very, very nice PC he built, gaming PC. He's still playing his Series S, but he plays on his PC that he built. But I don't know, man. I'm thinking about buying and giving my son $200-something. You know what I'm saying? You know, just keeping it here and keeping it locked up. You know what I mean? So I'm thinking about doing that, man, for my son. You know what I mean? So yeah, man, I might even do that. I'm trying to get a couple of brothers at work. You know, I'm gonna actually put it up when I go back to work Tuesday. I'm gonna say, hey, man, I got a Series S for sale for my son, man. You know, it's cheaper than if you buy it new. It's like new, hardly ever played because he got two. So I'm gonna see if I can do that first. If not, I'm just buy it off my son, man. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So he can have some money he might want to get some more stuff for his computer or something like that. You know what I mean? So, you know, Killer Chauvin, what's up, brother? I would buy remakes, but only when they remake OG Xbox games. Yes. Games. It would make sense to remake games from 3 generations ago. If they remade, like, let's say they remade Kung Fu Chaos, the first one. Let's say if they remade that, added achievements to it.
Oh, they did that. I'm buying that.
Yeah, added 4K assets to it. SNX enhanced or whatever. I'd buy that shit in a fucking minute. And Microsoft wouldn't charge me $70.
Nah.
The only thing they would charge me is either buying it for like maybe, I don't know, $25, $30 or playing it on Game Pass.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So yeah, I would buy that shit in a minute. He got a good point there. That's a very good point, Killer Chauvin. That's a really good point, man. And that's another thing I wanted to talk to you about, brothers and Tuck. If they buy Activision Blizzard, you remember Activision has OG games from Xbox and 360 that they can make back compat because they own the company now. You see what I'm saying? So they would have a right to revamp those Activision old school games that run OG Xbox and on 360. So I'm hearing that there might be more back compat games coming to the Xbox Series S and X. And what I'm thinking is connecting the two together is Activision. If Activision goes through, it's going to bring us more OG Activision games from the OG Xbox and the Xbox 360, bro. That's what I think is going to happen because it was gone. It was a rumor mill out here in the street about that, man. You know what I'm saying? What'd you say? Rain said Microsoft tried to do this at the beginning of the 2013 with GameStop, where game developers would get a percentage form use of game sales. GameStop said no. Microsoft was trying to make games cheaper. That's true. Bad business decision. Bad business decision. GameStop. Oh well, that's why they're going belly up right now, because they're always making bad decisions and they don't know how to treat customers, especially Xbox customers. They don't know how to treat the Xbox customers either. You know what I mean? That's why Microsoft had to step in and go brush their teeth. You know what I'm saying? Because they don't know how to treat customers right. You know what I mean?
They never have and never will, man. Never have and never will.
Because I would go in there all the time, dude. I remember I used to work there, right? When I worked there in the 360 days, it was different. You know, it was different because I guess at the time, because 360 was dominating. Maybe that's why. The PlayStation 3 was there, but wasn't there. Because a lot of people were really buying the 360 shit. It was flying off the shelf. But when Xbox One came out, I didn't work there anymore. And when you would go to a GameStop, right away they thought you wanted the game for the PlayStation. Didn't ask you, then you would say, "Oh, PlayStation?" I'm like, "No, nigga, Xbox, no fucking PlayStation."
Well, and the thing about it is, look, okay, it was good enough that Xbox had a year stored on them, but really hurt PlayStation. You can come out with PS3 for $600.
Yeah.
Really?
Man, that's fucking crazy. I would never. You know where I got my PlayStation 3, man? I got that shit out of the fucking Goodwill, dude.
That shit. Where again?
Man, Tuck, I went to a Goodwill, bruh. Right? There's a Goodwill down here in Penn Hills, right? No, not Penn Hills. And I think it was North Versailles, right? I went to this Goodwill, right? They sell shit out of bins, like these big ass bins. You gotta look through these bins, and you just look through the bins and you find whatever you want, and you take it up front, and they weigh the shit, and then that's what you pay. Whatever the weight is what you pay. And I found a big old ass George Foreman looking PlayStation 3. Shit looked all fucked up and shit. So what I did is I bought the shit. I think for like, because they put it on a scale. I think it was like $10 or some shit like that. It was something like that, $10 or $15, man. The dude was like, "Damn, man, you got a good deal with this PlayStation 3. I got you unlimited. I'm gonna send you a link right now." He's like, "Yeah, man, you got a good deal." So I bought a PlayStation 3, dude, out of a fucking Goodwill for like $15. I didn't even know this was shit work. I had my boy that does tech look at it, and he said, "Man, there ain't nothing wrong with this. It's a 30 gig, or I think it was a 30 gig. I think it was a 30 gig. I still have the shit. It's in a box in the garage. You know what I'm saying?" But I played it for a little bit. I didn't like it, and I put that shit away. I might end up just selling that shit or giving it away, man, to be honest with you. I got to send our brother Unlimited a link, man. Oh, Unlimited, I did send you a link. If you want, I'll resend it. I did send you a link, man, through Facebook. But if you want, I'll resend you another link, man. So what else is going on, Tuck? Anything else, man?
Besides, everybody want to turn around and justify the price point for the Sony thing, but you know how that goes.
Oh yeah, you mean about the of it going up?
Yeah,
that's another thing. Alpha Brothers in the chat. You know we talked about this before. What the fuck is Sony think they're doing, bruh? You know Christmas is looking very good right now for Xbox, man. It's looking so very good right now for Xbox, man, and a happy new year. Because they're raising the price of their fucking console that you can't even get, man. That's crazy, bro. I don't know what's wrong with them, dude. I don't know what's wrong with them, man.
Now
There's
don't
our brother.
forget. Now the
Unlimited.
niggas saying that. Don't forget that this damn system will be almost out 3 years, and they going up on the price of a system.
Yeah.
I don't want to hear nothing about no inflation. I don't want to hear that because that means I ain't never heard nothing like that in my lifetime. I mean, you got Nintendo. Nintendo said they ain't going up. Microsoft said they ain't going up. So why are they going up on their price? Because we all know they broke.
Yep.
And they can't do a damn thing about it.
What is up? What's up, brother Unlimited? What's up, man?
Hey, what's up? Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you.
Unlimited.
I can hear you very well, brother.
Hey, what's up, Tug? What's up, Sega Man? What do we talk about, y'all?
Hey, man.
Talk about anything and everything.
And before we do that, man, I heard you had a killer show last night, brother. And Hebot told me today he's only 6 subscribers away to hit that 1K.
Hey, congrats to Hebot, man. Let's get him to that 1,000, man. He deserves it.
6 away, Unlimited. 6 subscribers, dude. He's so close.
Yeah, he's super close, man. So if anybody's listening, go check out Hebot's channel.
Share his, man. Share the channel, bro. Help him out. He's almost there. 6 people.
Yeah, man. I know. I miss Hebot, man. He unfortunately he couldn't make it yesterday either. But yeah, last night's show was fantastic.
Guess what, Unlimited? He made it today. Boom.
Oh, that's what I'm talking about. What's up, my brother Hebot?
On time.
He's here. He's just setting his mic up.
Okay, shit. That's what's up, man. That's what's up.
He's here, man. What's up, Hebot, brother?
Can you hear me?
Yeah, bro. Can you hear us?
Can you guys hear me? Yeah, I can hear you.
Yeah, we can hear you, bro. What's up, man? What's going on?
On the road.
Oh, that's right. Yeah, man. Hebot's busy, man. He got the whole family out there putting in the grind, bro. He's a busy man.
You guys hear me? You guys hear me?
Oh yeah, we can hear you.
Yeah. No, I'm on the road. It's like I said. Like 3 of my kids started working, on top of the other 2. So now I got like 5 kids working at once.
Yeah, you're busy. You are busy.
So I gotta go drop them off, pick them up. I'm like, holy shit. Because they're just starting out, so they can't just afford to take Ubers and taxis, and if it's too far, it's too much money for, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So that's also a little crossroads.
Yeah.
An obstacle, you know what I mean? Because if they go, like my daughter, she works in Paramus here in New Jersey.
Yeah.
So from where we live to there, one way is like $40 and then Uber.
Damn.
Wow.
You know what I mean? And then coming back, it's another 40. So that's $80 a day.
God damn.
And the bus, and where she goes, the bus doesn't really stop in that area.
Yeah.
That's another problem. So it's like, fuck.
Well, yo, man, I want to hear your opinion, Unlimited too, man. What's going on with the UK, man? Now they're talking about the acquisition with Microsoft acquiring Activision and Blizzard. They're having a problem with it, man. So Tuck was just telling me about it. This is news to me. I didn't know, but now they're talking about it's going to cause problems for Sony. Now the UK is getting on board with it, man. Have you guys heard any of this info?
Yeah, I mean it's everywhere, but it's the oddest thing ever. Like, go ahead, Unlimited. You ain't go?
No, I just got here too, Hebot. But we talked about it last night, Tuck and I.
Oh, you did? Okay.
Yeah, but to catch you up, Sega Man, basically it's super weird because the UK's Competition and Markets Authority, part of their government that regulates shit, they sounded like Jim Ryan wrote that script from what they're saying, because they're saying stuff like we're worried that it could stop competition with Sony. Microsoft got a healthy advantage in gaming due to cloud and all this other stuff. And it's funny that in that country alone, the UK citizens are suing Sony
Right.
for bad practices with
Right.
on their stores, on their digital stores, right?
They got
And
caught red-handed that they were stealing and overcharging their consumers. Right.
Damn,
yeah, on the PlayStation
that's
store, right?
fucked up.
And in the UK, that's where one of the places Sony raised the price of the PS5.
Oh yeah. On
Yeah,
top
but
of
they-
that, the other slight insult to injury. Yeah.
Yeah. So-
And they fellas, we had a person that's from the UK that was in here. It was in the broadcast today.
Right. Yo, listen, let me tell you. It's the weirdest, craziest thing I think I've ever seen in the history of gaming.
Yeah.
Because the government of UK has no stakes in Sony. They don't have investment. They don't have stocks. And they're acting as if they have stocks and stakes in Sony,
That's
and
funny.
they're afraid of losing revenue. You see what I'm trying to say?
Yeah,
and
We're
then
talking
not only that-
we're talking about their government.
yeah.
What in the fuck? Listen, either Sony must make their government that much money, or the guy who's running the government, that's the government, whoever's running it, either he grew up with Sony as a kid, or Jim Ryan got some people in some high places over there that he's incentivizing to stir the pot to make it the process a little longer.
yeah.
You see what I'm trying to say?
Yeah.
I don't understand what in the world is going on,
Yeah,
but this
man,
is
I swear, it's like,
craziest thing I've ever seen.
it's like Jim Ryan, because Jim Ryan is from England.
Yeah,
right?
he's from England. Yeah, absolutely.
So
Yeah.
it's like he called up his buddies or something on this one, because the
Yo,
wording
Unlimited.
that they threw out
Yo,
there.
Unlimited. You probably got a cousin up in there. Son.
Yeah, man.
He's like, listen, mate, you need to make this not happen. You need to prolong this situation. Mate, listen, make it hard for them. Just say it's good for competition.
and that's all they're doing. He bought is slowing it. At worst,
Prolonging
they'll slow it down.
the inevitable.
Yeah, they can't stop the inevitable, because
Yo,
at worst, all they're
Unlimited,
doing
my
is slow it
brother.
down the spring.
Unlimited, my brother. It's like, who the hell wants to get killed by somebody with a knife that's cutting them slowly, as opposed to just killing them right away and taking their life away? These motherfuckers like the torture. They're like, oh my God, it feels so good.
I don't know. It's weird, because look, I've noticed I don't know what there's something in the water that just makes people go crazy over Sony. Because even these big YouTubers, Halo is Dead, Review Tech USA, a YouTuber with over 1 million subscribers. Not only did he make a Halo is Dead video, he also had a bizarre rant against Xbox. And it's like, these guys, let it fucking go.
Yeah.
Look, I said it last night and I'll say it again. What we're living through right now, Hebot, Sega Man, and Tuck, it's the finish line. It's the end.
Yeah.
We're already at the end of all this. The only thing that hasn't happened is Sony hasn't released an official statement yet. That's all.
That is it. Yeah. It's fucking bizarre, bro. No lie. It's the weirdest and craziest thing I've ever seen. And people are memeing the fuck out of them.
Oh.
Hey, Rain, what's going on, brother? Thanks for the shout out, brother. Yeah, people on Twitter and even on Instagram are just memeing the fuck out of them. Listen, it got so bad that even Phil Spencer had to admit that he wrote Jim Ryan a letter stating to him not to worry, that they'll continue a relationship with them after the contract's over for a few years. And then after that, they'll see what happens, right?
Yeah.
Meaning he's trying to tell them, we'll keep Call of Duty maybe for 2 or 3 years more on PlayStation. Then after that, we'll have to.
When that contract is over,
I know, but he's got to be professional, Unlimited. You know what I mean? So it's that PR bullshit. Listen, they're gonna make it worse for themselves because they're just gonna piss Microsoft off, and they're gonna close doors for themselves even more.
Yeah.
And Microsoft is just gonna show them with their actions doing other things instead of just playing out, blatantly saying it, right?
Yeah.
That's why I said I don't understand why they just don't let it go. The same way you motherfuckers bought the rights for
They can't let it
Forspoken for
go. They can't let
the
it go.
same way you bought the rights for Forspoken for 2 years, the rights for the next Final Fantasy 16 for 2 years, the rights for Final Fantasy 7 remake. For, it looks like for the whole generation. It seems like the
Definitely.
rights for the rights to ownership, right? Because of Spider-Man being on, for you to have it on the MCU and keep making deals with Disney, Marvel, and keeping sucking their dick and keeping them happy. And now they're going to give you Wolverine. Just listen, if you're so powerful, worry and concentrate on those deals, right? That you were anti-consumer about, and let Microsoft do what they got to do to bust your ass.
Yeah.
It's that simple.
Or how about this? Or how about this? How about this? If anything happens to the Activision deal, which it won't, but let's just say
Hypothetically, right? I got you.
Yeah, hypothetically, let's just tickle their fancy, if you will.
Tinkle their elbows.
Yeah, man. Let's say that it does fall through. Microsoft, go ahead and do what Sony did and just buy every third-party game off of
Yes,
Sony.
exactly. Buy every small independent company in the studio.
Yeah, apparently.
Yeah, buy Embracer, you get all them games that they got.
Yeah, apparently to the UK government, it's okay to pay for games off Xbox.
Yeah.
Apparently, as long as you don't own the studio, you can pay for these games, and that's not anti-competitive.
It's okay. So then, since they don't have a problem with little companies, then buy Embracer. They got all those little companies. You get all that at one shot. Fuck it. Just make it worse for them. They're gonna just keep on squeezing them. There's gonna come to the point where they're not gonna be able to breathe anymore, and they're gonna just either give up and tap out, or they're gonna just die. One or the other. It's gonna happen.
Oh yeah, man. Look,
it's gonna happen, especially because now they're pissing off the fan base. Unlimited.
Sony.
Yeah. Dela 46 GA saying that it's simple. Sony has lobbied the U.S. government. They paid for favors or advantages. It's the only thing that makes sense because the UK citizens won't benefit from Sony getting advantages. Yeah, it sounds that. I mean, it's not out of question. It's not out of the realm of possibility. You're absolutely right. Everybody's thinking and feeling the same way because it's just why would a government get involved on a business deal that has nothing to do with them?
Yeah. It doesn't make any sense.
Look, when this went through the Brazil government, every other company was cool with it. When it went through the American government, every other company but Sony was cool with it. Somehow it gets to the UK government, and all of a sudden the Brits think they know more than everybody, and now there's a competition issue.
And keep in mind, Unlimited, that Sony sells bigger in the UK.
Yeah, well, but Xbox has gained a stronger.
Absolutely. Yeah. And the whole point of it is this: if Microsoft makes Call of Duty, right? Let's say 100% full out exclusive after 2 years, right? The point is, if you want to play it, it's going to bring business to the UK as well because people are going to buy an Xbox. Yeah. You see what I'm saying? They're going to buy Xbox and they're going to buy the games on Xbox. So they're still going to make money because it's still being sold in their soil and in their land. So I don't understand that logic. That's what I said. They're acting as if they have actual stocks in Sony.
Yeah. And you know, it's kind of funny, Heatbot, because all we heard for like the last decade by now is that Sony's this market leader, untouchable market leader. And all of a sudden, all of a sudden they can't compete because of one game.
They're terrified.
They're not talking about Crash Bandicoot. They're not talking about Blizzard games. They're not talking about Overwatch. Call of Duty, one game, and now all of a sudden they can't compete.
Jesus Christ. Like they acting like Starfield or Redfall or Hellblade or all those other games are not going to be a problem as well.
Yeah.
Hey, the single player narrative is over because last I checked, Starfield was single player, and so you could crush that.
Yeah. Yo, it's fucking hilarious. It's hilarious, but at the same time, to be honest, though, on a serious note, because I know we're trying to have fun while we're talking about gaming here. at the same time, to be serious, it's frustrating because us as Xbox fans, we can't just see Microsoft do what they got to do for our brand without being bothered or pestered, right?
Yeah.
But yeah, Sony motherfuckers can see them say, yeah, Wolverine exclusive, Spider-Man exclusive, and nobody says peep because not even the Xbox guys. We don't be doing a podcast. What the fuck? Fuck you, Sony. How fucking dare you? Blah 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 blah. Yes, we'll do a podcast and say that's pretty fucked up because they don't own the IP. But hey, it's business. Somehow, them and Marvel have a business thing going, and it is what it is. What can you do? If we want to play it, then I'll just buy a PlayStation, or if I just skip it altogether, not play it at all. That's it.
Hey, you bring up a good point, Heatbot, and this is something that I want to make clear to everybody listening. Here's the thing: not every business deal is going to benefit Microsoft, and we learned that the hard way. And now not every business deal is going to benefit Sony, and they need to learn that the hard way.
And same thing like Nintendo, right? Absolutely.
Everything. The Nintendo's a different story because for some,
I'm saying this is what I mean. This is what I mean. Unlimited, real quick. This is what I mean. Unfortunately, if I want to play Ultimate Alliance 3 or the upcoming Bayonetta 3, I have no choice. I got to play it on a Nintendo Switch.
Yeah, you're right.
You see what I'm saying?
Yeah,
we can't do that. What are we gonna do? Fuck you, Nintendo! Die, you motherfucker! We can't do that. It's business. They paid for it. They somehow got the deal. Oh, guess what? You want to play the game? We got to play it on the Switch. If you don't care enough for it, then we just skip it altogether. It's not like we don't got other games to play. Yeah. You see what I'm saying? But that's what I mean by that. I know exactly what you were going to say, but that's what I meant by that. That's what I meant.
Yeah. And that's my point, man. Not Sony's going to learn the hard way that not every business decision is going to be in their benefit. Look, it's not Microsoft's fault that they could afford Activision and Bethesda.
Thank you. 1,000% correct. Yes. Yeah. Give me a sec. I'll be right back, guys. Give me 2 minutes. I'll be right back.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. And because of that, guess what? Microsoft now owns them. They could do whatever they want with those games, and Sony can't say a word. The fact that people are acting like they they have so much power over Microsoft that they could tell them what they could do with their own games is baffling to me. Yeah. Starfield's gonna be exclusive, never going to PlayStation. Deal with it. Same with Redfall. Same with Elder Scrolls 6, and in 3 years, same with Call of Duty when that contract expires.
Yep. And it will be here. It ain't gone nowhere.
And I said this too, and I'm a true believer of this. Mm-hmm. If they close that deal today, and they slap Call of Duty on the Game Pass, what make you think those not the ponies? What make you think the casual fans would not switch over to the Game Pass right off the bat to save some money?
Yeah.
Because the way that times are going right now, and they can just buy the Game Pass and play it on their PC and all that stuff, and on their phones or their tablet. Okay, and if they can afford to get an Xbox, they can do that too. Yeah. So I'm telling you.
It's going to destroy them, Tuck. Look,
it's going to destroy them.
It's
going to destroy them day one.
Yes, so Sony already said, Tuck, that Call of Duty is one of their, or if not their biggest third-party revenue stream, and they're losing that, and that's why that's the biggest reason why they're scared because that Call of Duty money was putting a lot of money in their pockets, and now they know the moment that contract expires in 2-3 years, that them days are over, and they ain't getting that money, and they don't have a single game. That's why they've been bitching, because they know they don't have multiplayer games. So they don't have a game like a Halo that could have theoretically competed. And you might say, "Oh, Destiny." Yeah.
All that shit talking that they do Unlimited about Halo, right? I'm sorry to cut you off, brother. I'm just trying to add to what you're saying. All that bullshit they do crying about Halo is because they want so desperately to have a pay-as-you-go service game to bring them equity. Like, Other Thing says it all the time. Mm-hmm. But they don't have that. None of their games do that. None.
No.
Right? That's why they bought Jade Raymond Studio. That's why they bought that mobile studio game this week. because they're trying to find a developer to bring them that mobile style, pay as you go equity every month, every week, every day, perhaps, right?
Yeah.
And they don't have it. So that's why they always look. There is a problem when their biggest flagship game, their game of the year, is coming out literally, I think, in 2 or 3 weeks, right?
Mm-hmm.
Am I right? God of War comes out this month or next month?
No, that comes out in November. So 2 months.
Okay, soon. It comes out soon. And the only concentration that you see is only and solely on what Microsoft is trying to do by acquiring Activision. That's when you know there's a problem. You're not even seeing new gameplay of God of War. You're just seeing stupid shit like, oh, this is a story. This is where they got the mythos. This is where they got the idea. You're not seeing even new gameplay footage. And that's because that game is, like we said before, it's a DLC that was expanded to be a full-fledged game.
Hey, he bought. So I don't be on Twitter like that anymore.
Yeah, I know. Me neither.
Somebody showed me a tweet where Naughty Dog's Twitter channel tweeted about that The Last of Us 2 was releasing this week. They didn't even know which Last of Us was coming out. So maybe that's why they haven't seen gameplay, because Sony don't know which God of War to release.
Wow, that's funny. That is funny. That's funny as fuck. That means their PR team is not even in touch and in tune with what's going on internally. That's what that means.
That's crazy.
Remember, it's their PR team that puts out all those tweets, response, advertisements. That's them that handle that. You know what I mean? The marketing team for their PR, right? That means they don't have no idea, no clue or clear picture of what's going on internally with Sony.
Yeah, that's what happened when you release the same game over and over. Nobody knows.
Yeah.
I mean, they all blend
It
together.
brings confusion.
Yeah,
absolutely. It absolutely brings confusion. What brings to mind is like when you saw those people that were playing at IGN, the Cuphead demo, and they were doing the tutorial and didn't even know how to jump or double jump.
Oh yeah.
And it was telling them to double jump, but they didn't know they couldn't figure it out. That's the same problem that's happening with their PR department, with the marketing, more than likely. They're getting confused at some of the stuff because this Last of Us remake, Last of Us 2, Last of Us 2.1, God of War 3.5. They don't understand what's going on. You know what I mean? They're not in the same, in the same page. Because you can't make a mistake like that. Oh, Last of Us 2 is coming out in 5 days. You know what I mean? There's no way you can make a mistake like that.
Well,
you know what I mean?
And but look at this too. I just thought about this too. Now, around this time of the year, some would have been putting commercials out and all that stuff. They're not even.
What was that, Chuck? What was that? Repeat it. I couldn't hear that part you said. What was that? This year, what?
I said, around this time of the year, if it had been like God of War, they'd have been putting advertisements, and they would have been advertising the hell out of that game right about now.
Oh yeah, they did it. They did it with the first game. You remember?
None of their games no more.
Dude, Chuck, you said a great point. When they first showed God of War, if you remember, they showed that shit for 3 E3s back to back.
Right.
Until it finally came out. So you absolutely got a great point. Because if they were really confident in the game, they would just be marketing God of War. They wouldn't be worrying about all this other shenanigans. That would be kept in closed doors. But they're trying to make sure that they're vocal about it so that they can make Microsoft look bad.
Yeah.
Because that's all it is. They're trying to make Microsoft look bad to convince people to not let them do it. That's all they're trying to do.
Right.
Because when they do deals, they don't do or make it vocal or make it known. They do it when the deal's already through. They already got it locked down in hand and they paid for it and they already made the agreement. That's when they make the announcements. That's how Sony does it all the time. Microsoft had to make this announcement 2 years ago because it's a process that's going to take a long time.
No, they did it in January.
Right. Well, I mean, when they said, like, for example, when they said they were planning to buy Activision, it was like a year ago, right?
It was in January.
Oh, it was? Okay. Well, I mean, it was at least 8 months ago, right? 8-9 months ago.
The Activision deal is unusually fast. For an acquisition that size he bought, it has been unusually fast.
But the reason why it got fast is because a lot of people agreed. They said that's fine.
Yeah.
And again,
remember the Bethesda, because remember Bethesda was in 2020, and then 2021 it was finally official.
Yeah.
So this one is happening super fast.
But what irks me about this, brothers, this is what irks me the most.
Mm-hmm.
People keep trying to act like the acquisition of Activision was done right from the get-go, that it just happened. No, Microsoft, they went to them first, and
Right.
Microsoft said, go somewhere else.
Yep.
Yep,
And they
Chuck was
went
saying that
somewhere
last
else.
night.
They went other places, and they couldn't match what they wanted. So they went back to Microsoft and got a cheaper deal because supposedly the deal originally was supposed to be for 120 billion.
That's true.
And it went down to 72, right? Or 71?
No, 68.7.
Well, about 70. You know what I mean, right?
Yeah.
And
Right.
that's because no one else wants to pay what they wanted. That's the only reason that Microsoft's doing it, because they're the only ones that could afford and want to do what they want to do.
Yeah.
No, they went to Amazon, they went to everybody else, and everybody said no. And people are making it seem like it was like, oh yeah, it was yes right from the beginning. That was the whole intent. No, it wasn't. No, it wasn't. So why are you giving them a hard time if nobody else wanted to buy them?
Yeah. Yeah.
Even if that wasn't the case, I still wouldn't give Microsoft a hard time because everybody's giving them a hard time for everything else. So I'm not going to sit here and get mad that Microsoft. Look, since Phil Spencer took over the job, he bought. All he heard for the last 8 years is Xbox has no games. So I don't blame him one bit if he does everything in his power to make every game on the Xbox, Japanese games, Call of Duty, Bethesda, whatever. I don't blame him one bit because all they're gonna do is give him hell anyway. So since they're never gonna be happy with your job, Phil Spencer, keep doing what you're doing, man. Because we Xbox fans appreciate it.
But you don't find it funny that all the articles that coming out never throw in that detail?
No.
They want to throw all types of other stupid scenarios, but they don't want to throw in that detail that's very big and very pivotal and very important to the whole scenario. You see what I'm saying? Yeah. That's why I said I find it funny that no media outlet mentions it. Oh, but it's that Activision went to other places and nobody wanted to buy them. It was only Microsoft that gave them a deal.
And they don't mention none of that.
Nobody wants to mention that, but they want to mention that Redfall, which is nothing like fucking Saint Row, is going to ruin if they do the Saint Row route. I'm like, what the fuck are you talking about? They're not even the same type of game.
No, they're not.
Not only are they not the same type of game, how did Arcane forget how to develop a game after releasing Deathloop just last year?
And got praise, like you said, and got accolades for it.
Yeah, so you're telling me in 1 year Arcane all of a sudden can't develop a game? Fuck out of here.
Yeah, when just a short year ago, or a little over a year ago, they were getting praise and got accolades for Deathloop. Absolutely.
Yeah.
Because it was exclusive to PlayStation first. Come on now.
Yeah.
That shit is like, it's so blatant, it's so obvious.
And stuff like that is why I don't take reviews seriously, because for some reason these reviewers are fanboys first and don't have objectivity. So they like a game based off what platforms it's associated with. That's why now watch the reviews for Call of Duty be terrible this year because
like they did with MLB. Remember, like they did with MLB when it went on Game Pass.
Yeah.
Oh, this game sucks. But then when you looked at the year before, they gave it a 9. They gave it an 8.5. Like what?
It was from the same sites by the same reviewer too. That's what was crazy. It's not like it's like okay, somebody else. No. It'll be the same reviewer on the same sites.
Right.
that reviewed
right.
the annual.
Dude, it's just like if Spider-Man 2 came out on Xbox, right?
Yeah.
Because they don't own the IP, right? Somehow it's exclusive for PlayStation for time. They'll do the same thing when it come out on Xbox. It'll be like, oh, the game's not that great.
Hey, I mean, they recently admitted that Death Stranding was a boring UPS simulator.
Oh yeah.
When it went to PC Game Pass.
Look, since 2013 Unlimited, when I started seeing the words that they were using, how they were wording things, how they were talking about things with Xbox, I knew right there and then that the video game journalist side or media side, right? Yeah. It was no longer reliable. From Metacritic and from any other site like IGN that are big, and things like that. Because if you listen to the words they use, like when Ryan McCaffrey said, oh, Sony's out here making smart moves by making Street Fighter exclusive, by making Final Fantasy exclusive. These are the deals that the Xbox got to do. But when Tomb Raider was announced exclusive and they didn't know it was going to come a year later, they didn't stop shitting on it and talking about, oh, this is so anti-consumer. How dare you? Tomb Raider's always been a multi-plat game. You know what I'm saying?
That's right.
And it's always been associated with Sony. Like, get the fuck out of here with that shit. If that's the case, then Final Fantasy was always associated with Nintendo.
Yep.
If you want to go that route.
Yep.
And yet, when I said it to a lot of people, even in the community, oh, you're crazy, Ebot. You're just being a conspiracy theorist, man. Sony's doing the right thing. No, they're just doing his business.
What's up,
No,
Zay?
they're just doing what they got to do. Get the hell out of here. No, Sony's doing what they've been doing since they started in their inception. They bought everybody out because they didn't have the experience, the developers, or the money to just come in empty-handed. What they had was money. So they said, okay, we're going to buy off everybody because Nintendo can't afford them and neither can Sega. It's that simple. And that's why you saw all those games like from Namco, like the Time Crisis, the Bushido Blades, right? Battle Shinden Arena, whatever. The fucking Final Fantasies, the Resident Evil, all of them all went to Sony and jumped ship. Like, what? Get the fuck out of here. That's why they did that, because they paid them. They were paying money that no one else could pay at the time. Nintendo couldn't pay that type of money. Sega couldn't pay that type of money. And they knew it. They fucking knew it. And that's why they did it. And they got into business bullying themselves into the industry. They didn't earn their stripes respectfully, respecting the pioneers, the gamers, the industry, the hobby, or how things are supposed to be done. They didn't care. And nobody complained about it. When people say, oh, but the PlayStation 2 had massive success. Yes, because there was no competition. The Dreamcast stopped production a year and a half after that it came out. And the PlayStation 2 just came out. There was no Dreamcast being produced anymore. There was no Nintendo to be found yet because the 64 didn't come out until like 3 years later. So that's why they had massive success, because they had the lead. They were the only ones in the market and nobody was there to compete. It was the same thing like the PlayStation 1. Saturn died off a year after release. Nobody was buying it because it was $100 more. Third-party developers jumped ship. The Madden deal went to them. They took the deal from EA, and they couldn't compete. They just couldn't. And that is why I said that Sony are a bunch of mudslingers, and they're the reason why Sega died, and almost Nintendo died as well. And these people are trying to act like, no, they're not. They love the industry. They do nothing but great things for the industry. No, fuck you. No, they don't. No, they don't.
Wait, what great thing has Sony brought to the industry?
Nothing. You ask anybody, okay, what has Sony brought to the industry? And they all stay quiet. Crickets.
Yeah.
They probably
Crickets.
say some shit like single player games as a single
They'll say, oh, they've
Sony.
introduced great narrative games. Narrative games have existed since the fucking Sega Genesis, Master System, even the Nintendo NES, for Christ's sakes. There's always been good narrative games. There's no such thing that they made them look more realistic, more movie-like, of course, because the technology evolved.
Yeah.
Of course they could make it look more like a movie because it evolved, just like it evolved on Sega, just like it evolved on Nintendo, just like it evolved on Xbox. That's a given. That does not mean anything. They didn't do shit. All they did was, we got money, fuck you, we're going to buy everybody off. You don't like it, too fucking bad. That was their attitude.
Yeah.
So now Microsoft is doing the exact same thing. We got money. It's not our problem that you can't afford it and we can. That's it. Deal with it.
Yeah.
It is what it is.
Yeah, and I want to piggyback off something you said, Hebot.
What's up, Ebot?
Because people might be a bit confused on what does Hebot mean? Sony bullied their way and don't care and this and that. And I say look at the original Xbox. Look at how Microsoft pretty much saved Bungie when Halo was going to go to the Mac, and then all this other, hey, what's up, E-Rock? And then all this other stuff happened, and then Halo became this massive success on the original Xbox. Or how after Sega went third party, they had this exclusive deal to give Sega a lot of money for these 14, 15, I think it was about 14
Yes, sir.
games that
Yes,
came
sir.
to Xbox, stuff like that benefited the industry and benefited gamers and benefited companies in the gaming community. And that's just from the original Xbox when they first jumped into the console market. We're not talking about the 80s where they had their original gaming roots at, or the 90s, or saving Apple in the 90s or anything like that. So look,
if Sony really gave a fuck about the industry when they came in, they would have been like, you know what? We're going to help Sega stay afloat. We're going to help Nintendo stay afloat. We're going to work with them together. We're going to do what we got to do. Okay, deals didn't pan out. No problem. But they were still the industry pioneers, and they deserved at least the respect that they moved the industry into a bigger direction, right? Into making it bigger than what it was. And they didn't do that. They didn't care because all they wanted to get Nintendo back for making them look stupid after they were trying to jerk Nintendo and made themselves look like the victim. And then they didn't give a fuck because Sega, with their stupid arrogance from Japan, they were jealous that the American department and side of Sega was having more success than Japan because they were doing things the right way with Tom Kalinske. And yet, instead of backing them up, they were like, oh, no, we're not going to help them, and made them look foolish and forced them to release like the 32X and the Saturn back to back. And then people took it the wrong way and took it like, oh, they're just trying to rip us off out of our money, even though Tom Kalinske clearly said in a statement, which I still have all those quotes where he talked about it in an interview, that they just didn't want to force the big Genesis audience that they, established to feel like they needed to buy a brand new $400 machine right from the hip. They wanted to give them an option that they could stay on Genesis and still have 32-bit gaming, obviously with a limit, on their Genesis with the 32X. They were just trying to give them a cheaper option, right?
Yeah.
Right.
The way that Microsoft is giving a cheaper option to people with the Xbox Series S, for example. But back then, people took it as, oh, fuck you, Sega. You're just trying to rip us off our money. Who the fuck you think you are? You arrogant pricks. But nobody said Sony was being arrogant when they said $599 American dollars for a PS3. And if you can't afford it, go get 3 jobs.
No, people did call Sony out then.
They did, but not at first. Like the Shills, no. But the
Shield,
you know what I'm saying?
The Shields never called Sony out. They're
That's what
praising Sony for
that's what I
raising
mean.
their prices. Yeah, now, look, don't ever look. Sony gonna be dead and buried, and they still gonna be holding vigils for Sony, man. That's how much they love Sony. They gonna be doing like annual commencement services and stuff for Sony. they ain't gonna let that go. I do say this, Heatbot, for everybody saying that they're gonna quit, that they quit gaming before getting an Xbox. Please be true. Please don't come to Xbox when Sony.
Right.
That's all I ask you. That's the only thing I ask you is do not jump shit, please.
We'll be better off without them. That's the truth. Because they're the reason why the fucking community right now is so toxic, because of them.
Yeah.
So we're better off without them. And then they'll be like, oh, how could you say that? You're supposed to be gaming for everyone. Well, that's not the same thoughts that you guys have when they have Spider-Man exclusive, or when they have fucking goddamn fucking Wolverine exclusive, or Final Fantasy, or Forspoken, or all those other Japanese Sifu, for crying out loud. The guy said, I'm bringing it to Xbox, and it's been almost a year, and he still ain't brought it, but he announced it for like Steam. They did the same thing with Kena. Where's Kena? They were like, oh yeah, we're gonna bring it out to Xbox too, but we have a deal first with Sony. Kena was announced for Steam, and they still haven't announced for Xbox.
Mm-hmm.
So what does that tell you? That Sony paid a nice amount of money to keep it off Xbox, and they're probably still paying some type of royalties to keep it off Xbox, because they don't make no sense. How are you gonna have a game that's not owned by them, that they didn't pay for, they didn't publish, they didn't pay for the development, and yet the game is still only exclusive on the PlayStation console? How is that even? Please explain to me, how does that make any sense? How is that even possible?
That would make sense.
There's only one possibility. They got paid, or are still getting paid, to keep it off of Xbox. It's that simple. It's that simple. It was like the guy that made Adrift and that made The Last Tinker. Oh, I was planning to bring it to Xbox, but because it didn't do well on PlayStation's platform, I couldn't afford to bring it to Xbox. Hey, that's a you problem.
Yeah.
That's a you problem. Why did you bring it out on PlayStation? That was your mistake.
Yeah. Why are you limiting your audience? Does it make sense?
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
Why didn't Cliffy B came out so openly and said, my biggest mistake was trying to make Outbreakers for PlayStation.
Yeah.
He said
Yeah.
He said I should have never done that.
Yeah, you can't make multiplayer games work on PlayStation unless it's Fortnite or Call of Duty, man. So I'm not sure what he was thinking on that one.
Plus, they only pay attention to their games. They don't really pay attention to other shit. They just don't. They don't. And that's why I was like, yo, why Mike Roy is bringing out Joe and Mac, the remake, physical for all the other consoles except Xbox. I was like, why are we still doing this in 2022? Why?
That's absurd. I don't know, man. They treat us physical owners dirty sometimes, Bebop.
They go, oh, because at Xbox they buy only digital. The data showed that more people buy digital on PlayStation.
Yeah, every platform.
So how the
digital.
fuck it sound?
I mean, 80% of video game sales as a whole is digital right now. So I don't know what they're doing there.
Absolutely, the realist. Absolutely, where the fuck is Final Fantasy VII? Absolutely.
Yeah, and like what 100% of PC game sales are digital. So and games still go to PC.
Look, when you bought Final Fantasy Remake 7, right? When it first came out on the box, it said a timed console exclusive. Time.
Mm-hmm.
It said it on the box.
Yeah.
Then when they kept distributing it, they took it off the box.
Oh, really?
Yeah. If you remember, people had posted that up. Oh, when the box said it. Then when you bought an older version or a newer version, the box don't have that on the box.
Yeah, I mean, Square said earlier this year, back in January, February, that mainline Final Fantasy games are going to stick to Sony anyways.
Yes.
For some reason. So whatever deal they made with Sony, good luck with that is all I gotta say. Because
yeah, but they didn't say, they weren't talking that bullshit when they brought out all that other Final Fantasy and they brought out the motherfucking Kingdom Hearts and got paid for it to put it on Game Pass.
Yeah,
they didn't talk about that bullshit and said that bullshit at that point, did they?
No.
Hell no.
Now, you know what, Hubert? I'm thinking when that happened, the Kingdom Hearts and all that on Game Pass, Sony is the one who went to Square and like, hey, we'll pay for, because Microsoft called Sony out on this last month about them paying for content off of Game Pass and Xbox.
Absolutely.
So I am 100% in the camp that I could completely see Sony went to Square to keep Final Fantasy.
Absolutely. It's the only thing that makes sense.
Both the console and the service.
It's a fact. That's the only thing that makes sense. It's the only thing that makes sense because you're not going to do something like that and then retract it out of nowhere without saying nothing, being sneaky, keeping quiet, and yet the game's still not out on Xbox. That just doesn't make no sense. That shit was supposed to be a 1-year timed exclusive, and it's going on 3 fucking years.
Yeah, and they re-released it on the PS5 because the PS5 is the re-release.
Yes.
The remaster,
yes, like the director's cut. You're absolutely right. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I don't know.
Right.
I don't know if the PS5 should be retitled the Inflation Station or the Remastered Station. all Sony's done is jack up prices and retail the same shit to them.
Yeah, funny that you say that. You're right. They're doing remasters all over again. They did it with Ratchet and Clank, now with Last of Us, and with fucking Final Fantasy. It's like a remaster station all over again, even though they claimed that they weren't. Fuck out of here with that shit. You're bugging, dude.
Yeah,
you're bugging.
Let's not forget they resold Ghost of Tsushima less than a year on the PS5.
Yes. And the Uncharted collection. Yes.
Yeah, it wasn't even on the PS4 for a year, and the game is backwards compatible apparently. So they sold you a game that's playable on the PS5.
Oh,
anyway.
you remember what they did? You don't remember what they did?
No, I don't.
When they released the Ghost of Tsushima, they took out the PS4 version that you couldn't purchase it anymore.
Oh yes, that's correct. That's correct.
Remember?
They did do that. So they forced you. So if you don't already have the Ghost of Tsushima, they forced you to get the $70.
And if you had the PS4 version, you would not get the upgrade.
Yeah, that's right. That's right.
You had to buy the new one.
Like you pay. I forgot they make you pay for upgrades too.
No, you didn't forget. It's just so much bullshit. You can't keep up.
Yeah.
Sony does so much bullshit. You can't keep up with their fucking shenanigans. It's just like, what?
You pay for everything.
And people play the blind ears. Like when the dude got caught, that he was a pedophile. He was one of the main dudes, and nobody talked about it. They talked about it for like a week, and then they go.
Mm-hmm.
But I remember when Microsoft, they tried to bring up that shit with Microsoft when they did a show, and it had like these girls cosplaying. And they were saying they were sexualizing women, and they kept talking about that shit for like 3 years. I remember that bullshit, and that was during like 360. Remember?
Yeah.
I was like, what? Like, y'all gotta stop, bro. You gotta stop. You have to stop the stupidity. You gotta stop. Like they treat Xbox fans like we're stupid. Like we don't know and we don't see it. We're not gonna keep tabs and we're not gonna keep calling it out. That's how they treat us. Like, bro, we're not stupid.
Yeah, Day of 4568 says Sony can keep spending all their money on exclusive deals. Eventually, developers will have to do business with Xbox and Game Pass grows. Their subscribers are too valuable. Yeah, man.
That's a
I
fact.
mean, even if Game Pass didn't exist, I wouldn't pass up on Xbox. Xbox consumer base in general. Period.
Mhm.
That's
Yeah,
just
yeah,
too
yeah.
large. That's just too large. Too much money I'm leaving on the table for some fake loyalty to a company that doesn't even own me. Nah, man, it wouldn't make much sense to me if I ran a gaming company and I was an independently run gaming company.
Right.
Yeah.
Why would you limit your audience?
Yeah. And the PS4 era has proved that chasing the
Oh,
quote-unquote
damn.
market leader does not work.
Yeah, yeah. That's
I mean,
just
how many? He just spoke about a game that went to the PS4 first and couldn't get released elsewhere because it failed.
yeah,
So,
yeah. That was that happened with Adrift.
yeah,
That
Adrift.
that happened with The Last Tinker.
Mm-hmm.
That happened with it was like 3 other ones where the developer brought it out there first and said we couldn't bring it to Xbox. I think Shenmue 3 was another one.
Yeah.
Because of that shit. Shenmue 3, I bought it. I showed you guys for like $3.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Bargain bin.
Yeah.
Because nobody's buying it. It didn't make money. But Yu
Yeah.
Suzuki gets what he deserves for being a dickhead anyway.
Yeah. He but the point is, T-Bot, chasing the market leader has not worked out for a lot of studios.
Yeah, that's no longer a thing. It's not.
Yeah, and
It's
then
not. It only works for certain things. Like it worked in the case of Call of Duty because they were getting the content a year first.
Yeah, but that's the thing. Call of Duty was still available on Xbox. It's just
Absolutely.
the content that Sony paid for.
Absolutely.
That brought in a lot of revenue.
But the Call of Duty gamers, a lot of them are shills. Because they got that content first, that's why they bought it on PlayStation first. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Because they're shills. Call of Duty players are shills. They're not like real gamers, with the exception maybe of a few. They're just play Call of Duty. That's it. They don't play nothing else. So they're going to follow it wherever it goes. And Sony knows that. That's why they're mad. And that's why they're scared. Because if Microsoft now not only is going to get the content first, because they own it, they're going to have it on Game Pass. So motherfuckers don't got to buy it day and day. If they don't have the money, they could just play it on Game Pass. And they know this. So they're like, oh, fuck, how are we going to keep that stream going? Just like when I spoke to other thing, telling him that the reality of the situation is if Microsoft wanted to make Call of Duty, instead of annual, even though it brings a lot of revenue, make it every 2 to 3 years so that it gives them time to rest and people miss that franchise and try to evolve it. That would also hurt Sony because then they don't have that reliability on that Call of Duty market coming out every year making them money.
Yeah.
You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And they're also thinking about that, like, fuck, what the fuck we're gonna do? We can't get Call of Duty every year. That shit brings us $2 billion a year. Like, what the fuck we going? You get what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
So that's why they're scared. That's why they're angry, and that's why they're trying to do what they're doing. But what gets me mad is they're playing the victim role, even though those motherfuckers are doing way worse behind everybody's back towards Xbox and Nintendo even, and they don't care.
Nope.
Like, don't play the fucking victim role, motherfuckers. You guys got plenty of shit that is exclusive because you paying for it not to go and be anywhere else. So stop that fucking bullshit. Cry wolfing and playing that baby role like we're the victims. You're gonna hurt us, Microsoft. Get the fuck out of here with that bullshit.
Yeah, we can't compete.
Yeah. Fuck you.
If you can't compete because of one game, then you deserve to die. Fuck it.
And the best part that makes it funny, that absolutely shows not only the hypocrisy, but it shows that this entire time they've been lying. Is remember how they were saying, yeah, we're making buku monkey bank money on our exclusive single player games.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
If that was the case, then why is Call of Duty the only thing you're worrying about? If you got God of War coming out literally in a month.
I mean, we knew that was a lie when they copied Xbox and put the game
Of course we did.
Sony is full of so much shit. I don't know how their fans still believe any word that they say. Jim Ryan literally said stuff like we believe in true exclusives. Then a week later, put their games on PC. I mean,
Yes. Like when he said, we don't believe in backwards compatibility, but then they were talking about, oh, we're gonna bring back complat on our subscription, but it's under a paywall. Like what?
Yeah, fuck that.
Meanwhile, Microsoft gave it to you for free. The only way you had to pay for it is if you didn't own the game.
Mm-hmm.
And even if you didn't own the game, what were the prices? Unlimited? They were like $10, $12, $8.
Not only that, they do a backwards compatibility sale 4 times a year. So
Yeah.
you can get them games for like $2.
That's what I'm saying. They're $2, $5.
November. Listen, wait until November. You could rack up like 10 360 Xbox One original Xbox games.
Absolutely.
Like $10, and you have like
absolutely. And fucking you go look, right? And I think it's Mark of Cree, right? For PS2, right? If you want to buy that game and it has no enhancements, none whatsoever, it's just the regular ROM running like if it's running on a PS2 through the service. That game is $15.99.
$15.99
to buy. Yeah, to buy. And it has nothing added. Like at least with the Xbox games, when you buy that Panzer Dragon Orta, you're getting the enhancement of the 4K resolution in 60 frames and auto HDR.
Yep.
You're not even getting that with the PlayStation. And Orta is only $8.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that's cheap.
You see what I'm saying?
That's cheap.
Yeah.
Like you're bugging. It's different. You were paying for it, right? And you were actually getting an enhancement. But no, you're not even doing that. You're paying for it and you're getting nothing. It's just the same old ROM. It's shit. The format is still 4:3. It's not even 16:9 of the display of the game.
Right.
Yeah.
How do you charge money for something that you didn't even touch?
That's why nobody's touching those games and buying them.
Yeah, it's crazy.
Mm-hmm.
It's crazy.
Hey guys,
And no. The enhancements on Xbox are not tied to the service. The enhancements on Xbox are tied to the internet because the internet is what provides you the firmware update.
And that's just for installing, by the way. You could, after you install everything, you could play these games offline. So please don't fall for any lies that tell you that you can't play Xbox games offline. Just install it, and then you're good.
Right. But what I'm saying is that the enhancements, I saw somebody say that the enhancements are tied to the service, and they're not. The enhancements are not tied to the service. You don't have to have Game Pass to get the enhancements. You can buy the game, and you get the enhancements through the online smart delivery. It's because you need the online to throw the firmware to update the game for free. That's why. It is what it is. That's not jerking you. That's not shit. Some games, if you turn it offline, like Evil Within 2, which I did a video way back about and showed it, it actually plays because Mushmouth, from Digital Foundry, he was trying to say that the PS5 version was better because
better or whatever.
Yeah, because he said no, Mushmouth. That's Richard. What's his name? John Lindemann. John Lindemann. He was like, oh, it runs better on the PlayStation because the 60 frames are always there. They don't dip, and the game is running at a full 1840 or whatever, or 1800p. On the Xbox, if you turn it off and you let the Xbox with the raw power of the machine play the game, it runs it at a full 4K in 60, and it doesn't dip. It doesn't even need a patch. It doesn't dip. Because I showed it in the video that I did. I went offline and showed the performance, show how it was playing. And it was full 4K. It wasn't like constructive or 1080p or 1800p. No, it was 4K in 60. Even without the Xbox, just with the raw power of the machine. And the same thing happens with Assassin's Creed. If you play Assassin's Creed, the first one, without taking the update that they give you for the first time on console, and you turn it off and go offline, it actually played in 60 frames in 4K. You understand?
Yeah.
With the raw power of the machine.
Yeah, I think Assassin's Creed 1 has both the 4K and and FPS Boost update, by the way.
Yes,
You get the best
yes,
of both worlds with that game.
yeah. Now they did it where you could do it right, when you're online or not. But I'm talking about before that they were showing you that if you skip the update, you could actually play in the machine. The power of the machine would actually upgrade it by itself and run it better. Even Unity, I think it was.
Yep.
If I'm not mistaken, I think it was Unity. Unity was really demanding and taxing. Remember?
Yes. Oh,
Even
look,
Unity.
I'm the Assassin's Creed fanboy of the group, so I know all too well.
Yeah.
And
But
I love
Unity
love
looked
Unity.
beautiful. That's why Unity was too
man,
ambitious. What?
It pushed that GPU hard. And matter of
What?
fact,
It was too ambitious. It was too. Dude, it was too ambitious. They had like 100, 300 people on screen.
Yeah.
The clothing, you could see every stitching on the clothing, on the hats, on every environment, furniture. It was like, wow.
Yeah.
You're like, holy shit.
Yeah, and not only that, here's a fun fact: it played better on the fat Xbox One than the original PS4 at the time.
Yeah, you remember that. And then they kept doing stupid updates, and then they ended up fucking up the Xbox version, and the PS4 version was running better. And then they were like, oh, the definitive version is the PlayStation version because they fucked up the Xbox version doing stupid updates. I was like, no, these motherfuckers be bugging. It's true. It's fucking true. Because I remember on the Xbox Fat, there was a scene when the man is like in the barn in the nighttime.
Yeah.
And the frame rate went up to even 45 frames, and the game was really capped at 30. But it would go up to 45 on the Xbox. On the PS4, it would dip down to like 19 frames.
Mm-hmm.
Then they kept patching it, and then it so many times that it finally ran better frame rates on the PlayStation. They never fixed it again. They left it alone, but that patch fucked up the Xbox version.
Okay.
You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Right.
It was weird. But then people were like, "Oh yeah, you see the PlayStation more powerful? You see?" It's like whatever, dog. You motherfuckers just want to. You see what you want to see. You see what you want to see. You dumb fucks.
Yeah.
Shit, go back. Digital Foundry did like 7 videos about that Unity shit. I remember.
Yeah, they did a lot, man. I remember when IGN used to do comparison videos. Funny how that stopped in 2017.
As soon as Xbox got the advantage, you see how they stopped?
Oh, they stopped instantly. Because
that shit was hysterical.
Every multiplat game was getting compared between the PS4 and Xbox One. But all of a sudden, you think they never heard of such idea.
Yeah. Or the word was, well, the importance is that it runs good and that it still looks good and great on the PS5, and that's what matters. It's still comparable next to the Xbox Series X, and that's really what matters. It's not a big deal. You're still getting a great version on the PS5 and the PS4. That was the new narrative. Isn't that what everybody was saying on the fucking Xbox when we were like, we don't give a fuck if Rise is 900p. The game looks gorgeous.
Yeah.
That's it. It plays well. Same thing with Sunset. We don't give a fuck if it's 900p. The game is gorgeous. It plays well. That's all that matters. And they were like, yeah, you're just saying that because the Xbox is the weak box and it's the oven and a VCR and a Betamax and a beeper and it can't play and it's not weak and it's not powerful enough and it can't play the game in 1080p. Like, shut the fuck up, you fucking morons. Ew, shut up.
Yeah, they had all kinds of stuff to throw.
Bro, if we go back and had videos of all these people and all the bullshit crap that they were saying from 2013 till now, bro, nobody would be showing their face because they'll look stupid. With all the
still on YouTube.
Yeah, but I'm saying, with all the other people that were going along with the bullshit, now they try to act like they got amnesia. All of a sudden they forgot. Like what?
Dustin
what you talking about? Yeah, like Dustin Legary.
I'm an Xbox fanboy. What do you mean?
I don't know. Yeah, I don't know what you're talking about. What you talking about? I don't know what you're talking about.
He bought. I kid you not. He literally called himself an Xbox fanboy, as if we didn't see everything he did before 2020.
Yes, I've seen it. You're absolutely right. That's why I called him out. That's why you called him out. Dude, you saw after I called him out on fucking Twitter. He didn't dare say a word to me. I didn't give a fuck. Dude, and I'll call you out again. If I see you lying, I'm going to call you out because you're lying. Stop lying. You have a bigger audience. You have a bigger responsibility to your audience because more people follow you and believe you just because you got a platform. Because you came from IGN. Stop lying. You don't have a right to lie because you think you can get away with it because you came from a bigger platform. Who the fuck do you think you are, you white little fuck face? You're not. You can't. No. Who the fuck you think you are?
Yeah.
No. Fuck you. You're a liar. He even doing podcasts. Yeah, I don't know what's the big deal with the Activision. It's no big deal. Like trying to act like he's this pro Xbox dude. Dude, shut up. In every podcast Unlocked, you were the first one saying how Microsoft needed to do better and that Sony was killing it, that they understood the industry and the gamers, and that they were the best, and Microsoft still needed a ways to go and learn. No, shut the fuck up. You were there always talking shit. Stop. Stop. It's a fact. And the only reason he gets away with it, like I said, because he has a bigger audience, because he came from a bigger platform. Yep. He came from IGN. So anybody looking from the outside in is going to, oh, this dude must be legit. He used to work at IGN. And he's an Xbox guy? Oh, yeah, he's definitely legit. But they didn't follow him probably from before when all the shenanigans and bullshit he used to do.
Yeah.
Rich Review Tech used to do it. Fucking stupid-ass Angry Joe used to do it. Fucking dumbass.
Yeah, I remember that dude. Yeah.
What? Joe. Huh? Angry Joe. I remember. You remember the Xbox documentary Part 6 where Angry Joe was about the Xbox One reveal. Where's his angry rant about the PS5 price increase?
Nowhere. Nowhere.
I thought he cared about gamers. That's his gimmick, right? He's angry.
Dude, I remember.
He cares about
exactly. Unlimited. I always told people. I remember when he did a live stream and they were playing Rise Son of Rome, the first stage, right? And he let his friend, the one that's his buddy, the one that's been there since the beginning, he was playing it, and they looked like they were drunk, and all they were doing was talking shit about how the game was lame, that it had no moves, that it just looked pretty. Didn't do a proper review, didn't beat the game, nothing. Yeah, he went and did a whole super elaborate review on Killzone Shadow Falls, talking about how it's a great game, that it's better than people giving it a chance. Yeah, that it had shortcomings, but it's still great. He gave it like a 7.8 or some shit. And I'm like, you motherfucking dick fuck bastard. You didn't give the same respect to Rise, but you do it with Killzone when Killzone is a piece of dog shit next to Rise. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And I'm like, what? Ever since I saw him do that, I was like, man, you're a disgrace to Puerto Ricans, bro. You ain't Puerto Rican. You're a fucking clickbait artist. You're a fucking disgrace. You got no fucking principles, bro. You don't. You don't, bro. You don't. When you turn cold, the way that our brother E-Rock always saying, and Unlimited, when you always turn coding for everything, that shows that you're weak. That you just do whatever's popular and follow what's popular to keep your channel or yourself relevant. You have no courage. You have no respect for yourself. You have no respect for your followers. You have no respect for what you're doing. You don't deserve what you're doing. You're nothing but a piece of dog shit when you stand for no principles. Because you have no principles. Right. You just don't. And that's what gets me mad, because they come to motherfuckers like us, right? Like our brother 100 or E-Rock or Limited or Sega Man or even our brother Tuck. Myself, Sega Forever, everybody that was Baki Lebowski, everybody that was here before. Oh, we're all stupid. We're all dumb. We're all retarded. No, y'all guys, y'all toxic for this community when all we've been doing is stating the facts and the truth, speaking out the truth, and letting you see that we're not stupid, that we make our own path. We don't follow. We're not followers. We're real. We do and create our own path. We don't need to follow to get success or to have respect. Like I've always told people, I'd rather have 30 subscribers that are real than 2 or 20 or 200,000 that are just following me because I'm following the narrative. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And I'll say it 100 other times again. I'd rather have 30 subscribers that are real over 200,000 that only follow me because I'm following a narrative. Okay? It's that simple. You have to have some integrity on what you do in life because that says a lot about a person's character and who they are. It doesn't matter, oh, YouTube's not real, it's not fake. No. Because if you could do that on YouTube, you could do that with anything. They're the type of people that if you're in war and you're not looking behind your back, like our brother Sega Forever used to say, they're the first ones to stab you in the back. So you don't got to worry about the enemy in front of you. You got to worry about the enemy and the weak person behind you. You see what I'm saying? Or by your side, so-called. That's fucking bullshit.
I tell you what's real, man. You only need 6 more subscribers, brother.
Oh, you stupid.
Now that's for real, man. We got to get
six subscribers away.
6
that's
away,
man. That's another eternity for me. It's going to be another 8 years.
Got to hit that 1K, man. Support your brother Rebot, man. Come on. 6, man. That's it.
It'll be another year before that happens.
What's up, Tug? Was you sleeping?
No. Tug just like listening to me.
I can't hear you.
We can't hear you, Tug. Look at Tug. Look at Tug. Oh, he don't give a fuck. Tug doesn't give 2 fucks. He don't give a fuck.
No, not really.
Yo, hey, Tug, do you remember? Hey, Tug, you remember? I remember one time, Tug, when, this was a story, I don't know if you guys know, where I think it was Big Kahuna and Next Gen. They were talking about Tug when we used to do the Skype shit, and Tug did a Skype in a video, and he was sitting in his bed with a shirt and in his whitey tighty.
Yo, this SpongeBob draws on.
This motherfucking Tug had his Titanic balls on screen. They give 2 fucks. That shit was funny as hell. He didn't give a shit. Motherfucker was like, yo.
T Reaper.
Hey, T, what's going on? They were like, yo, this motherfucker crazy. That shit was funny as hell. I think that was before your time, Unlimited.
Yeah, but you are right about one thing about Sunrise Wrong. Okay, you remember a week before that game came out, somebody did a review on it from IGN. I mean, and it was a pretty good, it wasn't a review, but it was like a preview. And the guy said he liked it. But all of a sudden,
right.
Now, then they give the game a bad review.
What game, Tuck?
Sunrise of Rome.
Right there
before that game came out, they did a preview, and the guy said he liked everything about the game. But
right.
They couldn't stand it. I'm like, come on, y'all. And then you got and I just love what y'all say. Y'all got different ass reviewers that don't even have no interest in that game.
Right.
Why you having a person do a review who don't have so in other words, that person might have a good review of football, but when it comes down to games like Sunrise of Rome, he might not like that type of game.
Yeah, I never got mad at people when they say, "Oh, I don't really like it because they don't have a lot of combat moves or because it's too short." Listen. I don't like certain games because I don't like the way that they play. With other companies or it's okay, but don't say flat out it's garbage when it's not. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
At least give it a chance, or say that it's, or worst of all, don't say that it's garbage, right? And when you say, well, did you play it? No, I didn't play it. I just looked at the reviews and everybody says it sucked. Really, dude? Like, come on, seriously? Right. I could at least admit that if I talk shit about something or a game, right, and say that it's average or that it's overhyped, I could say I played it because I can prove it. I have the results. I have the receipts. Unlimited did the same thing when he got his PS5. He played the games and made videos on PlayStation and showed the fucking receipts.
Yep.
And everything he talked about that he didn't like or that he did like, he said it in the video while playing and showed it. How can I not respect and take what Unlimited said, to the bank? If Unlimited is doing it respectfully, showing the fucking receipts and showing that he's not lying. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
true.
How can I not trust his word over somebody that goes, right, Sunset Overdrive was corny. Okay, why? I don't know, because everybody reviewed it. That's it. I didn't even play the game. Like, what? Come on now. You got to stop, dude. You got to stop. You got to stop. You have to stop. It's like Unlimited just said that they finally admit that Death Stranding was boring. Motherfuckers, we said that the minute we saw the game and played it. I played that shit for 4 hours and I couldn't do it anymore. I was like, this game is fucking ass.
Yeah.
Like, it was just boring.
Yeah, Death Stranding is on the list of like The Last of Us, where I'm never gonna touch it. I you couldn't pay me to
The
play
Last of Us
like
is
that.
so boring.
Yeah, I just got no interest
I
whatsoever.
played it on PS3.
Well, my biggest problem with Last of Us, Saber Man, my biggest problem with Last of Us, the gunplay is horrible. The gunplay for Last of Us was shit. And then they're trying to say, oh, no, it's not. And then the game, the story is so far-fetched. And so, like, for example, when the girl, when Joe got hurt, that he almost died, right? And the girl happens to pick his ass up when she weighs like maybe 90 pounds. He's like 200-something pounds, puts him on a horse, walks away in the middle of winter with no medicine, survived the whole season with no medicine, and Joe's still alive. When he had an injury that was supposed to kill him, he would have bled out
Yeah.
and hemorrhaged. He would have hemorrhaged because of the cold weather. That was fake. Or when he made a relationship with this girl and only knew her for like 3 months and said, oh, you're my new daughter. Like, what? No, I'm a father. And if my daughter ever die, God forbid, there will be no way in hell another girl can take her place. If I adopt another daughter, it would take me years to get that type of feeling that I did with my actual biological daughter.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
You see what I'm trying to say?
Yeah.
And then makes Joe so self-centered to know that she has the key for a cure to save the planet and to save the planet for the next 20 years at least. And he's going to tell her, oh, yeah, well, I'm going to let you do something, and lie to her when she told him, don't interfere. Don't get involved. And he ends up killing all the doctors that potentially can save the world, right? Takes her away. And then when she wakes up, he lies to her straight in her face. Oh, no, I didn't do nothing. I listened to you, and make her believe that he didn't do nothing.
Yeah.
Just so that he could spend time with her when the world was in a decay, everybody was sick, everybody was dying, and jeopardized the entire planet because of his selfishness. It would have made more sense that he would have gave himself up to kill himself to save the world, and that would have been more poetic. That would have been more realistic. That would have been the symbol of a real hero. You see what I'm trying to say? So there's a lot of things that bother me with that game that rub me the wrong way with the story, everything. It's just, I don't like that. And then people are like, oh my God, it's the greatest thing ever. Like saying God of War made me a better father. Like, get out of my fucking face with
Yeah,
that
I
shit.
couldn't believe that. Yeah.
Like, dude, that's a real article.
I know.
You can find that shit.
That's crazy as shit.
It's a dude that really went out his way and said, yo, God of War made me a real dad, a better father. I'm like, oh, nah. You need to go to a psychiatrist if you need help. You definitely need help. Definitely.
I was gonna tell you that it made me a better father, man. I said, okay, that's
Dude, there's no emotional connection with Kratos and his son in the whole game.
nah.
All it is him telling him, boy, you can't get angry all the time. You can't get upset. When the whole reason that Kratos got upset and fueled his life in rage was because he got tricked by the gods and to kill his own family. And then he had to wear their ashes on his skin.
Yeah.
He had a reason for wanting to kill the gods because they fucking fucked with his life. That's what made it so powerful. That shit was fucking epic. I was like, damn, that shit is fire. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
His skin was the blood and the ashes of his fucking family. How you gonna completely get away from that and undermine that? All of a sudden now he has another new family. His wife already died, and then he's trying to train this kid into how to be a man by not getting mad, even though he got these creatures and gods trying to kill him. Like, does that make any fucking sense?
I mean, no sense at all.
Like, bro, that shit sounds stupid.
Because to me, when they made the first, I thought they was gonna go back to that some kind of way, but they didn't. I mean, I love
Dude, they don't Chuck. They don't even acknowledge the fact that he still has the ashes of his family on his body.
No,
They don't even acknowledge it.
They don't acknowledge it at all.
Like what? That's what made Kratos such a badass motherfucker. It wasn't because he would fuck shit up. It was because of the fact that he had gotten betrayed and fooled by the gods, and he killed his own family. He had to live with that burden, and he wanted to die. And his whole goal was to kill the gods. Huh?
And it was a good story.
Yeah, it was like Dante's Inferno. In Dante's Inferno, the fucking guy, his father, when he's not around, comes and rapes and kills his wife.
Yeah.
Right?
Good game.
The guy's father, Dante's father, rapes and kills his wife. His wife is taken by the Reaper and taken to hell to the devil. And he undermines the Reaper, fights him, challenges him as a Templar of the gods, right? Of the Church of God. Kills him, takes his scythe, because with that weapon he can kill the demons and even kill the devil. And he goes to hell to find his wife to liberate her. That shit is fire. That's a powerful story and narrative. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And motherfucker be like, oh, that's just a smash and pointing, what you call it, a button smash game. That's just corny. No, you're stupid. You're dumb. You don't know what a good game is. I'm sorry. You don't. You fucking crazy, bro. When I hear people say some shit like that, it's like the people that all of a sudden everybody's an anime fan. When anime has been around since the 70s, 60s, 40s, and we've been watching it, and we've always said it was good, and back then it was looked at as something bad because it was too raunchy, too crude, too adult, and that wasn't acceptable. And now it's everybody, oh, I'm an anime fan, but what they like and the animes from now are much more butter cake, right? Or baby cups, with the exception of just a few, like Attack on Titans, that's pretty adult. Baki, that's pretty adult. The Tekken one that they just came out in Netflix, it was excellent. Brutal, it was really good. But there's not a lot of them like that, the way they used to be back in the day.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
And then they want to make that comparison and say, oh, anime is the shit now. But back then, when we talked about anime, it was, oh, that shit is dumb, or that's not healthy, or it's too adult, it's too raunchy, it's not good for you. It's not good for your mental state of mind. Like, get out of my face with that shit, bro. I've been an anime proponent and supporter since '81.
Yeah.
When I was 6, I watched my first anime. Okay? We had things like Voltron, Robotech, Mazinger, Gigantor, Astro Boy. You know what I'm trying to say?
Yeah.
For years before all that other shit came to be. But now anime's mainstream, so now anime's accepted. Now it's an acceptable thing. No, come on. And you're gonna argue with me about anime, motherfucker? No, you gotta stop. 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 I got motherfuckers telling me in my shit, oh, you don't know nothing about anime. I was like, oh my Jesus Christ, please, go away. Leave me alone. You're pissing me off right now. I don't want to argue. You got to argue about every little thing that you know and you claim, and then try to prove yourself. Like, dude, I'm 50, almost. I'm 48, right? I'm gonna be 50 in 2 years, like our brother Sega Man. I have no reason to sit here and lie about anything. I've lived it, I experienced it. There's no reason for me to lie about shit. Why would I waste my time lying about something that is gonna bring me no benefit but just a heart attack, high blood pressure, annoyance, and to be fucking angry at stupid people that are a waste of time that are not even worth arguing with. Unlimited does it the right way. He just ignores the big keys. I'm not wasting my time, bro. I wish I could be like you. I wish. These motherfuckers, they get me irate. Oh my God, they get me irate.
Well, hey guys, one more thing, because I know we got to go. It's past the 2-hour mark. I said this to talk earlier, but one of these news, these fucking clickbaits out here said that Call of Duty on Xbox Game Pass isn't necessarily a win for gamers. Do you believe that?
Do I believe what?
Well, I was out looking at some gaming news, Unlimited, and one of these sources out here said that Call of Duty on Xbox Game Pass isn't necessarily a win for gamers.
Oh man, look. Sony is working overtime for Sony for no extra pay, because stuff like that this is nonsense. Only the gaming world, Sega man, has ever praised companies for not giving us a good deal. You know,
Right.
only gaming is the only fandom I've ever seen where anyone where anyone has ever said something like, "Oh, I'd gladly pay more than $70 for a game I played for the third time," right?
Right.
Thank you, Sony, for raising the price of the PS5. I gladly pay for premium. And now this article of Call of Duty being on Game Pass ain't a good thing for gamers. How you gonna tell me what's good for me? Right? How you gonna sit there and tell me as a Game Pass subscriber who's used it for years that Call of Duty on Game Pass isn't gonna benefit me? How? Okay, if that's the case, explain how it's not beneficial. And it better be something that makes sense, right?
Yeah.
Which you know is going to be some nonsense anyway. So I don't get it, man.
Bro,
Instead of just admitting
going up? Going
yeah,
up? Can you hold the door for me, please? You going in the elevator? No, I was just gonna tell you. Go.
oh yeah. So instead of just admitting defeat, Sega man, that's all they got to do, man, is just say, hey. Why can't they just report the news or something, right, Sega man? Why do they always have to have these opinions that are dumb as hell?
That's what I'm saying. Yeah.
So you telling me that it's going to be a negative that Call of Duty is one day going to be playable on my Series X, really, at no extra cost? That all I got to do is hit the download button and boom, it's there. Come on now.
Yeah. I'm like, really, man? It's not necessarily a win. How is it not a win? Come on. I'm not one of them people that are diehard I'll give you an example. I'm not one of them people that are a big Call of Duty buff. I do have the old ones from the 360. I think I have one on the original Xbox that I did play on the 360, and I enjoyed them, and they're still in my library. But I'm not one of the ones of today that have to buy every Call of Duty and play it. I'm like a neutral now with Call of Duty. So if it comes on Game Pass, I'll play the campaign. You know what I mean? And this is just me. I'll pay the campaign because I kind of like some of the campaigns for Call of Duty, and that'll be it for me. I might not play the multiplayer, and I'm saving 60, 70, with $70. I seen it on there for 70. I guess it was a special one or something like that. But no, it's a good deal for me, especially if I have Ultimate Game Pass. So, it's a win for me. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean? As a Game Pass subscriber, so I'm a gamer, so it's a win for me. So
everything's a win for us, though, Sega, man.
Right.
We get exclusive day one. We get new games, third-party games day one. Right. We get backwards compatible games on there. Now we're about to get a long list of Activision games, Activision and Blizzard games. What? Yep. You can't convince me in any stretch of the imagination that this is a bad thing.
Right. It's a good thing.
Yeah, I mean,
very
that's
good
all
thing.
A good thing right there, man. I mean, whoever did that, whoever said that, they strictly just either morons, either just don't know what gaming is really all about to me.
Yeah.
I mean, like all of us have said, we have all said, Game Pass is the best thing for gaming right now. Period.
Yeah.
And people that turn around and say any different, they're jackasses.
Well, I'll tell you one thing, brother Tuck. When it said it's not necessarily a win for us, but I'll tell you, it's definitely not a win for PlayStation. It's definitely not a win for them because they got to pay that $70. It's definitely not a win for them. So they should be talking about that. They should be making articles about that. It should say in big writing in the headlines. It's definitely not a win for PlayStation fans for the new Call of Duty because they have to pay $70. That's what it should say. You know what I mean?
Yep. Boy, that's something else, man. I mean, they just, I don't, man.
Well, I mean, look,
the game.
They're gonna headline it that way because, of course, that's what brings clicks. Because
Yep.
we all know we can easily do. I can easily do an article. Me and Unlimited can get together, do an article, and be like, how Sony keeping games away from Xbox, like Spider-Man and Wolverine, right, and Final Fantasy,
Yeah.
is not great
Yeah.
for gamers. It applies the same way. It's the same logic.
Yep.
The difference is, this is the difference. Sony doesn't own any of those developers or IPs.
Nope.
You see? Except
Yeah.
now they own Insomniac, right? But Microsoft having Call of Duty on Game Pass is because Microsoft will then now own Activision, the developer, and the IPs. You see?
Yeah.
There's
Yeah.
a big difference. Very big. Dude,
Yes.
that's like saying, how can I put a really stupid analogy to piss people off? That's like me saying, that's like me saying that I have a right to fuck another nigga's wife, right? Even though I'm not married to her, but he don't have a right to fuck his wife when he's legally married to her. You get what I'm saying? That just sounds asinine. It sounds retarded. You get what I mean?
Oh, it is retarded, man.
It don't make no sense. But of course, the headlines. And look, they're gonna keep doing that until everything boils over, and the deal's finally gone through, and no one can do anything, and then they'll find a whole bunch of other new excuses. They'll be like, "Wow, how Call of Duty has lost its quality because now it's on Game Pass." You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Then that will be the new narrative. Trust me and believe. Just like they said, MLB lost its quality because it's on Game Pass. When it's the same developer that was owned by Sony that made the game, and it was the same licensed game from the MLB. So if Sony's developer did a cheaper version of the game on Xbox, that's because the developer deliberately did that, and they made the version for PlayStation better on purpose.
Yeah.
You see what I'm saying? They held back, so to speak. That's not because that the game is cheaper. No, that's the developer chose to hold back because they weren't going to make it better than the company that owns them. It's that simple.
Yeah.
It's that simple. You know? Like, huh?
That's in the house, man.
No, that's T Reaper, man.
Oh, T Reaper's in the house. What's up, man? T Reaper?
Hey guys.
What's up, man?
What's going on, T?
Sorry, I was out at a Texas Roadhouse for dinner with my family, so that's what I was doing tonight.
Oh, nice.
What's
nice.
that? What you're asking about?
But yeah,
What's up, brother? What's up?
What's up, man? How you doing?
I'm doing pretty good. Yeah, you got the family friend pass coming. You got your Call of Duty going to Game Pass. I'm sorry, ponies, it sucks.
Yep.
But
Yep.
then you got your beautiful everybody whining and crying over no more split screen. That's not my problem.
You see, T, look, you haven't been here for like 3 weeks, and here you come starting as soon as you come in here. Why are you starting? Why are you starting?
Hey, T Reaper, let me ask you this, man. That's what I want to ask you. What is your intake on how these so-called experts saying that Halo is dead? It ain't no good. Halo's dead. What is your insight on that?
I think they just suck personally. I'm already level 100 on season 2. Now I get a nice vacation till March, and I did watch that 343 interview, so that was actually kind of fun to know. Not gonna be November, but it's gonna be March. I'm like, all right, you give me an extra 6 months. That's awesome. I get to relax and not play for 6 more months.
I really believe. Listen, guys, I'm gonna give my 2 cents real quick and let T finish because he just got in, and I got to get out of here anyway. I truly believe, and we were talking about this, me and my boys. That one of the reasons, or maybe the main reason why the Halo split screen had to be discarded is because it can't run correctly being an open world game on the Xbox OG. Because Microsoft has got this idea that they keep pushing that no one stays behind. But the reality of the situation is hardware that's anemic just can't handle certain things.
Yeah.
So there's going to have to be a point where they're going to have to let go. But the problem is they kind of put their shoe in their own mouth because they try to say that narrative, no one stays behind. Listen, you could still say the same narrative, no one stays behind, but just be open and honest and say, listen, we keep trying to get it to work on the OG Xbox and it doesn't work. It's too messed up. We don't want to bring out a broken product. Yeah, it's too old. We don't want to bring out a broken product. So unfortunately, we can't bring out that feature to the people that own an Xbox One or Xbox S1, whatever the case may be. But if for those that are on the Series S and X, we will bring it out for them because it can work on the more superior hardware. If you want to upgrade, once you upgrade, you'll have the feature. But until then, we can't do it. And just be straightforward. What people could do, curse them out. Look, they got two things they could do. Get mad and stop being mad. It is what it is.
Yeah.
It's that simple. Life is not fair.
But why would you want to pay $168 when you can only pay $60?
Right,
Why would you pay $14.99 a month each month when you can just pay one price of $60 and not $168 and save yourself some money? So that my point would be is like people don't know how to pay things forward, then they never have, and that goes for everybody, you know, including Dustin Legary. That includes everybody that that touts this shit. But I'd be like, you can still do things a lot easier if you just do.
But T, listen to this. Listen to this, brother T. You make a great point, but listen to this. It's not like there's no options, bro. Anybody that says that they can't get an Xbox is lying, because you could take that old Xbox when they were doing traded values, which they still do every once in a while, and you could have gotten $120, $150, $200 and paid the difference, right? Same way when Black Friday comes, they will be on sale. The same way that if you go through a company like Verizon or Dell or Xbox themselves, you can do the Xbox All Access. You can pay it monthly. Right. You could pay $27 and $37 a month and not have to worry about paying $550 all in one shot. Okay? Yeah. So again, there's options. There's options. And there's no way that people can't say, I can't afford to get an Xbox. Now, what I can say is, yes, you can say that about a PS5. Because the PS5, you don't got no Xbox, PlayStation All Access. You don't have a lot of trade-ups. Then when they're selling the fucking thing, even in GameStop, you can't even buy the console by itself. These motherfuckers are bundling it up and making it like $900.
Yeah, that's ridiculous.
You see what I'm saying? So that's when I can say, yeah, I understand why you can't upgrade because you're on PlayStation and you're on Nintendo. I get it. But on Xbox, there's no excuses.
Yep.
There's no excuses. And then with the fact that you can buy Game Pass for the whole year for $160, $180, and if you go through CD Keys, maybe even cheaper, right? For the whole year and have access to not only Game Pass games, but the Xbox online service and all the features that it comes with. Okay? For one set price. That you don't have to worry about, if you go buy 2 games for $70 or $75, that's the equivalent of 1 year of Game Pass. You see what I'm saying? Yeah, so that's the difference. There's options. Anyone that says they want to play games on Xbox or want an Xbox that says they can't get one, that's not true. There's no way how you could tell me that. There's bullshit because there's options. There's fucking options. If there wasn't options, that's different. Like if somebody don't have no credit, okay, I get it. I can understand. But that's not going to be a big amount of people. That's going to be a small amount of people. You know what I mean? That's going to be a small amount of people. Of course, if, unless you're coming for the first time in this country and you haven't established yourself, that's a different story. But again, there's no reason for saying, I can't afford it. That's not true. That's not true. That is not true at all.
What do you think about them saying that it kills the competition or it's bad for the actual opposite side if they basically do that with Game Pass?
Well, we were talking about it. Of course, it's not going to kill the competition because they're still releasing it. Now, what will kill the competition is that no, they can't get the exclusive content first. Yeah, obviously, but they can still go on Xbox. All that's going to do is going to migrate the business from one console to another console.
Yeah.
But it's done because they own them now. Again, because they own the company. Not because they paid for time exclusivity. No, they own the company. In Sony's case, though, why is that not the same logic when they got exclusivities that they don't own?
Because on Sony,
They don't own them. They don't own nothing. They don't own the IP, the developer, and yet they still got it because they paid for the exclusivity. How is that any better or any different or any worse or not as bad as somebody buying a company that came to them because they wanted to sell, because they wanted, they were having some problems and they wanted to get bought, and they went to other people, didn't give them the offer, and only Microsoft was willing to buy them? How is that bad?
Yeah.
If I want to sell my car to Sega Man and Unlimited wants to buy it from me, but Sega Man was there first, even though he's giving me less money, my deal was with Sega Man. I cannot cut off Sega Man and give it to Unlimited just because he's giving me more money. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I mean,
The deal was done with
that
him.
wasn't even happening though. It's not like Activision turned down 120 million from Activision to go to Microsoft.
Or from Sony, right.
Yeah, they literally getting the best deal they had to offer.
Exactly. 1,000%. 1,000%. That's my whole point. That's what makes it even more asinine, because they're not doing something illegal. They're buying them because they want to be bought by Microsoft.
Yeah.
It's that simple. They want to be bought by Microsoft. How are you going to tell somebody that you can't be bought if that's who they want them to buy?
Right.
That just made no sense. It was like Insomniac. They had an opportunity to be with anybody else. No, we want to be independent. As soon as Sony gave them an opportunity to do something, that they started blowing up with the critics, with the Spider-Man bullshit. What happened? Oh, we want to be part of Sony. They gave us an opportunity. They paid them $235 million like a prostitute company. Huh? Oh, that's prostitute money in today's day and age. Because Rare was paid $375 million 20 years ago by Microsoft.
Yeah.
Because Nintendo didn't want them. Nintendo was like, oh, hell no, we don't want y'all. Y'all too raunchy. We're a family company. And then people were always talking shit. Microsoft ruined Rare. They fucking took it from place Nintendo. They didn't give a fuck about Rare. They just fucked the Rare all up. And Rare's still around making money, making games, but yet they fucked up Rare. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
It's like, it's so stupid. Just pay attention. The proof is there. You can't just talk for the sake of talking. You know? And that's the biggest difference, T. That's my thought on that, which we talked about it already. It's not the same thing, and it's not bad. It's bad for PlayStation gamers because now they can't get the content first that they were getting first because Sony paid for it. Ironically, Sony paid for that content first exclusively. And now that they can't do that because Microsoft bitch slapped them and told them, fuck you, you can't afford to own them, but we can. Now it's bad for gamers. Please.
Yeah.
Cry me a river. I don't care. I don't care. Cry me a motherfucking river. I don't care. So I don't see Spider-Man on Xbox. I don't want to hear that argument.
Yep. They won't say nothing to that.
Well, that's what I said. And so I don't see Spider-Man or Final Fantasy on Xbox. I don't want to hear shit. Let me get the bottom. I don't want to hear nothing from nobody. But that's not a whole studio or company. That's just one game. Doesn't matter.
Nope, it doesn't.
It doesn't matter. It's still a game that they don't own. Microsoft owns Activision. That's the difference. Or they'll be owning once the deal is over.
Yeah.
That's the difference.
They act like if the shoe wasn't reversed, that they act like Sony would be Prince Charming in gaming and just here Xbox take over.
Yes, exactly.
Yeah.
Knowing damn well, Sony probably wouldn't have even
Listen,
honored the existing contracts. If
I challenge anybody. I challenge anybody in the comments that views this later on, that's viewing it now, to tell us that if Sony was the one doing this acquisition, if Microsoft would see Call of Duty on Xbox ever again. I'm telling you right now, that shit would not be on Xbox. You would have to buy a fucking PlayStation, and that's that. Because you know damn well some niggas gonna be like, dude, that shit is ours, nigga. I don't give a fuck.
Like you said, they would have Hey, they would have go to every single one of them damn lawyers to make sure that shit is the contract is not avoided. I mean, they'll make sure that shit.
Absolutely, they would.
Yeah.
Listen, without a hesitation, Sony would not put it on Xbox. They just won't. They will probably do what Xbox is doing as far as meeting the contract, maybe for the year, and then after that, no, bugging. You got to buy a PlayStation if you want to play Call of Duty. The House of Call of Duty. They'll be making like 19 different fucking Call of Duty custom consoles, bro. They'll be rubbing it in Xbox face. Trust me.
Oh yeah.
That's why sometimes I'll be like, yo, Phil, you need to stop being so nice. You need to start being raw dog. Because even in public, because sometimes you're too nice and motherfuckers take mistaken not kindness with weakness. That's the problem.
Now, you know what? I would agree, but you know what? Phil just gave us Starfield, Call of Duty, Wolfenstein, all day one on Game Pass.
All right, Unlimited, you big slap me, I got you.
Because his actions speak louder than words. So
you're right. But
Phil say
you're
that
right. You're absolutely right.
Like gaming for everyone. For Call of Duty. All right, Phil, keep doing that corny shit, man. You good with me, man. You gonna put Call of Duty day one at no extra cost on Game Pass.
Phil is just one of those people that acts nice in front of you, but behind closed. Right. Phil's one of those people that acts nice in front of you, and behind your back, he's stabbing you.
Brian, though.
He's like, take that.
He doesn't. You know what?
Shanking you on.
You know what's funny? He stabs you. He stabs you in such a nice way. You kind of can't be mad at him.
You can't even feel the shit, and you don't even get mad at him. You're like, it's okay, Phil. I'm not mad at you for stabbing me.
Hey, man, you're right, Phil. Gaming's for everybody. I could play this on my TV. You're right, Phil. I'm good.
Well, I mean, I think his heart is always. I definitely think and feel that his heart is in the right place. But sometimes publicly, I'm talking about like when he does sometimes like some of his public speeches. Yeah. Because even when you see that Forbes interview with that chick, oh my God, she was trying so hard. She was trying so hard to make it seem like the deal was so bad because Activision is a fucking bad company because they have people that work there that all they do is sexualize women and all this other shit. And Phil just kept his composure with his little smile.
Yeah, but I mean, he's a public figure of a $600 billion company.
Oh yeah, man. The man knows what he's doing. He definitely.
So he can't. Yeah, so you can't.
No, you're right. He definitely presents himself the way. Yeah. He definitely knows how to present himself professionally. Absolutely. Yeah, without a doubt.
I think the best interview he did, y'all, was after the Bethesda deal when they asked Phil, would you need PlayStation to make your money back? And he was like, no. That's his best interview. That was his best interview.
He snuck that shit in there all nice. Unlimited. He snuck that shit all nice. And no, we don't need that money. No, we good.
And the funny thing is, he was right because they made that money back a quarter later.
For real.
It was. I don't even think it was a month later. Where I saw the report how they made that Bethesda money back.
Yeah. You're right. Absolutely. It's been a ride, but we still got a little bit to go with this toxicity. Once everything's said and done and the games start coming out, you're going to see that there's going to be no way to change it.
Yeah, exactly. Once the first party, because for some reason now the narrative is first party AAA games. So once Starfield, Redfall, and Forza are out early next year, there's really going to be nothing to say. Because the games are out, they're going to be playable, and they just going to have to be miserable. Oh well.
Yeah, stay miserable. While we're playing games, you stay miserable. It is what it is. Or just play Spider-Man, like I said, it's a banger.
Yeah.
Listen, I enjoy the Spider-Man game, but I'd rather play other games or more games than just play one. If the sacrifice is that I got to play Spider-Man on PS4 or the PS5, then so be it. Big fucking deal. It is what it is.
The way Sony has resold games on the PS5, I guess that they like the same 6 games over and over.
Right. Yeah, Unlimited, because we're going to stop playing Hellblade. We're going to stop playing Fable. We're going to stop playing Perfect Dark. We're going to start playing Starfield, for example, Fable, Valve, Perfect
Yeah.
Dark, Indiana Jones. We're
Yeah.
gonna stop playing Hellblade just because we want to play Spider-Man. We're not gonna
Yeah.
play none of those games.
And,
That's the
and it's
logic
funny.
in the industry. Well, no, we don't need another game. We just need Spider-Man. Spider-Man. Oh my God, I got a good video coming up that's gonna piss people off in a little bit.
Oh, I can't wait to see
Oh,
that.
that should be good. Yeah,
This
hey,
shit gonna be funny.
yeah, hey, Hebot.
Oh
it's
my
funny.
God.
It's also funny, Hebot. The one new game they got, Returnal, they didn't buy.
Oh, thank you. But they claimed that it was the game of the year. Game of the year.
Yeah.
Yeah, the
Returnal.
game was so good, the Amazing Lucas had to get a refund. He was like, "Oh, this is too good. I gotta get my money back." Maybe he
The game
wants
was
to pay
so good
$80 for it.
The game was so good they had to add an easy mode because people were baby crying. Jesus Christ.
Oh, hey, speaking of easy mode, I'm gonna call out these Dark Souls fans too, because Elden Ring, all right. Most of
You
y'all
saw
didn't
that,
even
right?
beat the first fucking boss.
Yeah, you saw that, right?
So I don't
Like
know how Game of the
70%
Year-
haven't even beat the first boss.
Yeah,
Yep.
I don't know how Game of the Year and 2/3 of y'all can't even get past the first boss.
Imagine having 12 million copies sold and only 1% of that, or what is it, 30%, 20% of that, of people actually played the game and finished it. Like, what was the point in them buying the game if you couldn't even beat it? That's because a lot of people bought it on hype, saw how corny or how hard it was. They're like, "Fuck that, I'm taking this shit back," and they didn't play.
They all bitch for easy mode, and From Software said, "No, we ain't doing that," and then they dropped the game. But since they all made videos praising it, they can't turn back on their opinions.
Right?
No, they didn't.
Exactly.
Oh.
Oh.
Ebot's
Mark-
when Ebot comes back in, guys, I know our
That
brother
was Mark
just
Cerny.
Huh? Yeah, right. Well, guys, I know you guys probably want to get out of here. I know our brother T, he just got in, but at least he got to join us for a little bit here. But I guess we'll get ready to do our outros. Is there anything else you guys want to talk about, or are we done?
No, I'm good, man.
Okay. You ready to go, Tuck? Tuck. Tuck's left the building. All right, man. Hey, big shout out to the chat, man. Glad everybody can join in the chat, brother. It was on fire today. A lot of folks in here, man. It was really awesome, man. Podcast today on the Alpha, man. I don't know. Is there a podcast tomorrow? Unlimited?
No.
Or isn't? Okay.
No.
Just making sure it wasn't a podcast. I think that's for is that next weekend?
Yep.
Okay, that's next weekend. All right. So big shout out to our brother, the Don King of Xbox, E-Rock X, rocking out with us here. I'll read the chat in a minute here, but we're gonna do our closeouts, man. So I'm gonna start with Unlimited because Tuck. I don't even know if Tuck is here, if he went to sleep, but we're gonna start out with our brother Unlimited. Unlimited. Thanks for coming and joining me again, man, on the Xbox Alpha podcast. Go check out the Unlimited Truth on my man's channel, man. He does firework. He's also part of the Exile and the Alpha podcast. My brother Unlimited, man. Tell everybody where they can find you.
Yeah, that's right, man. It's the boy Unlimited Production where I do the Unlimited Truth, and the truth comes when it's needed. And last night it was needed. It was a fantastic show.
Yeah,
I hope you guys can catch the replay. Today's show was also great, man. So enjoy everybody. Enjoy your Labor Day weekend as well.
Yeah, I hope everybody it's a good day to actually spend time, I guess, chilling with your family and to probably get some gaming in.
Yeah.
Get some gaming in, man, on your day off. Not all day, but at least half the day. Try to get some gaming in, then enjoy your family, man. Next up, my brother ODT Reaper, man. He's reached 100 on Halo. He's on fire right now. He doesn't give a fuck about what people say about Halo. He doesn't give a shit, man. He's a diehard Halo player, bro, and he reached that 100. I could say a lot of people haven't even probably, gotten near that yet. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, but to be honest, I enjoyed the 8-month challenge. That was fun. I like that I get as much time off the game as I actually put into it. That's even better. So
Yeah.
And I'm just not really that bummed out about no more split screen just because of the friends and family plan coming. Allowing up to 4 people to share your same account, it won't matter.
Yeah.
So that's kind of the idea behind the concept, and I wish people had common sense and learn how to pay forward. But that's just me.
Yeah, but you're right. But Unlimited and T, they always are going to find something to criticize Halo about. You know what I mean? Ever since Halo 5 came out, I would say, brothers, they have criticized Halo so bad. When 5 came out, when the other ones came out, you really didn't hear a lot of criticism about like the other ones. But when 5 came out, that's when all that bullshit started, and it just ran on through to the Halo Infinite, man. But it's not going to hurt Halo players, bro. They're still going to play. It doesn't matter. They're playing more. They're playing Halo more than any on any other system that doesn't really have what we have over here. So I mean, Halo's going to just be fine. You know what I mean? So we're good over here with that. So on that note, brother T, man, give your shout outs, bro.
Well, I am always found on Xbox Live, even if I'm asleep, but it's just Odo T Reaper, exactly how I, have my tag spelled on my YouTube name. And I'm approaching 80,000, and I'm hoping
nice.
Get that by the time Modern Warfare 2 comes out next month. So
nice, man. Nice, very nice, man. One more time, one last chance. Tuck, you there?
Yeah, I'm here.
All right, brother. All right, you eating, huh?
Nah.
All right, brother. Hey, great show today. Tuck, man, you was on fire as always, like you did with the Unlimited Truth, man. It was a great show, man. Dude, go ahead on and do your shout outs, brother.
Hey, everybody, this is your boy DJ Tuckmaster 785, the original pony killer, and I do mean I can't stand ponies at all. Like I said, you can reach me on Instagram. You can reach me on with this great group of guys that I'm always with, Team Reaper and all the other boys and all that good stuff. And hey, y'all, we just tell the truth about gaming. That's all we do. Whether the ponies want to hear it or not. When his acquisition does go through, they can't do shit about it.
Nope.
So
done deal.
That's all I really gotta say.
All right, man. All right, great show, man. Just real quick, let's do a quick shout out to our chat, man, that always supports us on the Unlimited Truth, on the Alpha and the Exile, man. Let's give a big shout out to Smitty Smith, brother. Big shouts out to him, Killer Chauvin 82, Lewis Frag. That's our brother from the UK. Lewis Frag is actually from the UK, man. He's really cool. Big shouts out to him, man. A big shouts out to Deploy 619. Always come to join us. Poseidon, always here, always supporting our podcast, man. Big shouts out to him. Good, very good brother, man. I'm so glad that he has rocked out with us, man. Very good brother there, man. Rain G4 is, big shouts out to Rain, man. Always supporting our podcasts, man. You know what I mean? Making us laugh and everything. Really cool. A new guy, Timothy Hamilton. I think it's Hamilton. He came in real quick. Big shouts out to him. Let's see who else we got here, man. KTJ Gaming. Hey, brother, I didn't forget about you. I see you there. You got a new icon there. You got a new icon, man. I didn't even see that there. Cool. Big shouts out to him. And Sega Forever, thanks for coming and joining us today on the podcast. Really appreciate it. And for everybody that's still here, me and Unlimited are still here. Hebot is 6 away. Please support the brother, man. Share his channel. He does Toys in My Closet. You know what I mean? He does all kind of videos. You know what I mean? Gaming videos, nostalgia things with statues and toys and stuff like that. Please support Hebot. 6 away, guys. 6 subscribers away. I know that we can help him get there, man. So big shouts out to Hebot for joining us today. He had to go take care of business, with his family, which is understandable. So big shouts out to our brother, the most powerful gamer, Hebot. Big shouts out to the realest one. He was in here chopping up game with us today. Vaca, big shouts out to Vaca. What's up, man? He's my brother. He lives in the same area I do. Big shouts out to Vaca, man. Check out Intro Media Gaming with our brother 100. Don't Give To and Flip the Script. Flip Money was in the house today. You can see their podcast tonight at 11:30. I think it's the Day One podcast. Yep. So go check them out. right? And then we got Channel that was in here. What's up, Channel? Thanks for coming and dropping by. E-Rock, the Don King of Xbox, was in here, man. You know what I'm saying? That brother is on fire. I heard he was on fire on the Unlimited Truth, man. So I have to watch it in its entirety. And the only way I'm gonna have to do that is tonight, brother, while I'm chilling. I gotta watch the whole podcast in my entirety because Tuck said you guys were on fire, man. I had to work, man. I couldn't put it on, man. I'm like, damn, I gotta watch it, gotta catch up.
Hey, I understand.
Yeah, man, but I gotta watch it, man. Big shouts out to Other Zinc. Other Zinc was in the building. Dakota, is it Dakota 4568? Was in here with us, man. Thank you guys for rocking out with us, man. 100 was also in here. T Reaper was in here and then joined us. Big shouts out to T, man. Man, a lot of brothers in here, man. Keep supporting us, man. Other Zinc, a member of our podcast, man. Big shouts out to him. You know what I mean? So, guys, thank you for coming. Me and Unlimited got to get out of here. Enjoy the rest of our weekend and enjoy our day off on Monday, man. Labor Day. Everybody be safe out there, man. Play some games, bro. You know what I mean? And remember, guys, Xbox for life, brothers. We don't die, we multiply. Peace. And remember, we're always eating good over here with that Ultimate Game Pass, baby. And soon, Activision Blizzard. Peace.
Yep.